Hello, and welcome back to Rolex Play, where we roll dice and we play games. You've joined us for our weekend campaign of Still Hearts, and here we are. We have...
Help us. Help us.
Help us. I've trapped them here yet again for another week.
Max cemented over my front door and I can't leave my home anymore.
No one is allowed to leave.
Well,
So-
you're lucky cements in my feet.
We're gonna go over that entrapment. So what we're gonna do is, Cassie, you're gonna give us a recap. Go for it. Bang.
Okay, so last session. Oh boy. So, this is great.
Good
So-
start. Good start.
Good start. Strong
That's
start.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Join us next week. No. So, beginning of last session, we were all flung out of a cave because Feline was having a moment, and then Thorn was able to stay behind, so she went into the cave. Big mistake. And then Ven and Fennel were able to make their way back to the tunnel. Like I said, Thorn's big mistake was going further and following Feline because she got hit with a trauma truck real hard. So that was a great idea. So she went back. Ven and Fennel, they went ahead. And as they were going to talk to Feline, Fennel was able to sneak his way into wherever she went, and then Ven got antagonized by these 3 dragon head statues, which was great. When Fennel saw Anilep, which was bad Feline, she was calling him out and saying all this shit, and he was like, oh my god, no, this isn't, nah. And again, more trauma. It was just a very trauma-filled session. Ven went to go, Ven caught up, and Anilep was like, to Fennel, she was like, choose, kill him, or whatever. He was like, I'm not gonna choose. And she's like, okay, you both die. And so
That's not what happened.
Okay, then you always do the fucking recap. Okay, this is what you get when I do the recap.
Was the bad guy
She
like a
asked who
teenage
wants
girl?
to
Oh,
die
I kill them or
first.
whatever,
No,
I guess. Like, I
Shut
don't
up.
care.
Shut up. My recap. So things went to shit.
This is how misinformation happens on the internet.
Well, how about you guys watch the session, huh? How about you guys watch the session to get the right information?
Secondary sources. You know, people on the internet don't do that, Cassie.
Nuh-uh. So, fuck. Okay. A fight ensued where Feline and Anilep were trying to see which one could take control, and Anilep won. And so she tried to drag Fennel and Ven into the darkness and just this realm of badness, awful torture, bad. And they didn't. Anilep didn't succeed because Bahamut, we think, came in and saved them, and then they were saved. Feline is fine now, and that's great. Yeah, so that's awesome. And then we were all able to go back to the ship of the explorers. Trying to think of the other word, but I can't. And then Thorn got hit with more trauma, and that was the session. Don't ever ask me to do that again. I suck at it every time.
Don't worry, Cassie, it won't happen again. No, but that was pretty much everything that happened in last session.
Eventually,
So very good. We got that. So, as Cassie pointed out, we are now here at the kind of base location of a ship, which has been docked on the side of an embankment in this jungle area. Now, the party have been traveling through the darkness, and it's quite late towards the evening. You are all beginning to get fatigued now as the sun is no longer in sight. The moon is high in the sky. And it's just this kind of quiet over this camp that you're at the moment. You can see the large ship, not overly impressive, not militaristic or anything, more of like a commercial cruiser. Just something to kind of take back and forth mercantile items. And this is kind of seen better days. It's currently in repairs. A lot of the members that you've met from this troop are beginning to put it together. But you can see they're all preparing for an evening, starting to talk about making shifts, to go on patrol, to scout, to ensure that nothing comes into this encampment. So as we're kind of settling down and you guys have some moments yourselves, who would like to describe what they're doing first?
Me.
Okay.
So last session, Thorn was having a good time. And she still kind of isn't, but I think she's trying to recover from that
Mhm.
slowly and steadily with Sienna with her. Um, but Thorn wants to go talk to Flora before they do leave, if they leave at all. So I want to put that out there before everybody else starts doing their stuff.
Okay. So whilst Thorn is going to have a conversation with Flora, we'll just see where the others are at, and
Mhm.
we'll just jump back to Thorn afterwards. So Ben, what are you up to?
Um, after his conversation with Vanel, I feel like he would take a moment for himself, um, and to talk to his shadows before going to check on Thorn because he did see Sienna go after her, so he knows that she's at least with someone.
Okay. And you go into a private spot into the jungle to have this conversation with Discord and Melody, or
If we're like on a
somewhere close to camp?
beach, maybe just like somewhere along the coastline,
Okay.
a bit further away.
It's less of a beach and more of areas of like just shale and sand, but it's pockets of it. It's not like going across the entire coastline. Most of it is just vegetation growing out and then down and rooting themselves. And even some, like, you can almost see what looks like coral reefs beginning to reach out and grab and grasp into the side of the landmass as well. So you can find kind of pockets here and there just to spend some time by yourself.
Yeah, he
Um,
will do that.
okay. And for Thordane?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted there. Yeah, for that, I just have to ask, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense was the fighting for Fodane and Sienna?
I'd say probably not at the beginning, since you were slightly overwhelmed just by their numbers alone, caught by surprise as they were alerted by the sound and then rushed in as quick as possible. But then, as the fight kind of ensued, there was a bit of kind of back and forth sort of fighting. Um, Depends on where your positioning would have been and how you'd want to be involved in the fight. But for the most part, a lot of the more brawler types had been kind of taking the hits. Um, for example, the Sentinel, Calibrate, he's kind of like heavily damaged and kind of needing repairs, as well as Colmer and a few others as well. But
Right.
for the majority of things, it looks like you're all pretty in good shape. It was just the ship that took most of the brunt of the damage. And as well, the kind of turn, the tide that changed during the fight was when Zuna arrived and began to essentially encase people in these glass cases, meaning that they could no longer fight, just kind of stopping it there and then.
All right, then. In that case, he's probably still just going to sit down. It's been a long day. There was a dinosaur of 2 heads. He killed it. He got launched out into the fucking jungle.
Stratosphere.
Then bandits showed up again, and half the people that he trusts to handle that aren't here. So yeah, he's just gonna lie down.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, then we'll jump over to Thorn then. So as you begin looking around for Flora, she's not kind of visible at the moment. It seems like she's on the ship. You can hear just like distant conversation through some of the holes in the hull, which leads you to kind of find where she is. It seems like she's in a conversation with Colmer, just going back and forth on some things. Do you eavesdrop? Are you listening, or what's?
I'll say as I approach, I'll try to listen to what they're saying, but if it's of nothing important, then I'll just walk up. But if it is of something important, I'll try and eavesdrop more.
Okay. If you could roll a investigation check.
Fuck, my forge is open. I always fucking forget.
Cassie.
Give me a second.
Okay.
You know, Max asks us before he turns to roleplay session, are we ready? That usually includes you having your forge open, bro.
The behind the scenes of what people don't normally see.
Yeah, but like, I just forget because I, like talking to my friends before the session. But no, I have to be
Aw.
prepared.
Oh, turned it into a wholesome thing. Nice.
Yeah. Now, what's happened is, Cassie, you're still asleep. This is just an anxiety dream. You've definitely prepared everything.
100%.
Okay. Which
Investigation.
Okay, got it. Starting strong.
Okay.
All of that
with-
build up for a 9.
Yeah. With a 9, you don't catch much of the conversation. Elements of it you hear. It seems to be assembling items for your troop as a reward for helping them out. You just kind of turn the corner, enter the ship, large area of it that's been kind of like broken in, breached hull, which is now being repaired by several of the people here. But you kind of turn the corner and you can see Flora and Colmer inside, both just kind of talking as Colmer grabs the chest, looks at the two of you and just kind of gives a nod. And you see he just says, you're just wanting to have a conversation between the two of you?
Yeah, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine by me. All right. Where's I should have probably asked this earlier, but who's the leader of your troop? Who like handles monetary issues and such?
Well, the finance guy probably would be Thorn. So I don't
Okay.
know about the leader.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to make anything awkward.
It's fine. Thorn, just go find Thorn. But it's
okay.
been a day, so give
Well,
him some slack.
you're telling me you don't fight two-headed dinosaurs all the time?
You do?
God, no. And he leaves with the treasure chest in hand. You see Flora's just kind of unbraiding her hair at the moment and just kind of like open it up. Yes, you wanted to talk?
Yeah, I just wanted to say sorry for running off like that. It's like I said, it's been a long day, and honestly, I was kind of spooked because you said you were going to check out that temple because of your lineage, and well, I think we might be of the same blood, Fey blood. I've been told that I've been connected, or I am connected to the Feywild in some way by this. So, I
Okay.
was just surprised.
What sort of connection do you think you have?
Well, I don't really know. I don't know if it's from parental or ancestral. I really don't know.
Fascinating. Well, we all derive from somewhere, right? So if you have a curiosity of what it is, perhaps I can help. I've kind of have a bit of knowledge in that. I've been scouring, looking, and searching books and tomes far and wide to uncover my own mysteries, so perhaps I can help you with yours. So, what are the ground? What's the groundwork you have? And I can maybe work with that.
Um, well, to be honest, the man I spoke to was a jackass, so he didn't tell me the truth at first, and I can't even guarantee what he did eventually tell me is the truth. But he said I was tied to the summer court in the Feywild, and something about crossing a river of blood to get there. I can't remember. It's been a while. But at first he told me that I was tied to curses and um bad omens, but he said he was lying, so that could or could not be true. But that's all I have really.
You see, she looks a little surprised by everything today. Okay. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
not responding quickly. I just, well, it's, well, sounds a lot like what I went through, but let's continue to dive into this then.
Wait, you've been to the Faerun?
Well, yes, I was born there.
Oh. Um, okay. I yeah. What else do you have?
Well, I was actually born in the summer court. So to hear that you have interest in the summer court is quite surprising, because there is no mention of it anywhere that I've looked.
Oh,
So how do you know about the summer court? And why do you think you're tied to it?
well, she'll kind of gesture to her hair, but then she'll sort of take off her bandana and show her symbol. Um, because of this, really.
See, she looks at the symbol. You see, she's processing the information, but there is almost like a hesitation to ask more questions.
Mm. Um, the man who told me was named Diplor. He wore a metal mask on his face and is kind of scarred, but I think he's long dead by now.
The marking on your head. It's a symbol of the summer court and its clan.
Yeah.
So that means that your heritage is directly tied to it. Whether it be through your mother or your father, there's connection there. There is a connection.
Yeah, I kind of assumed it was parental, but well, I've never met my parents, so I wouldn't know.
Do you know where you were born? Maybe that might help.
No, I was I was born inside of a jail. Really, it's a long story, but
Well, I have the time to listen. What do you mean you were born in a cell?
um, well, um, I
You don't have to share if it's too troublesome.
it's
But
just
that symbol shows that you're far from home.
yeah, I guess I am. It's a lot happened with my upbringing, and I was not placed in the best conditions, and a lot of bad shit happened. And she's kind of like gripping her arm a bit. But I knew a girl in there that was kind of like me, I guess.
So you knew another one?
I don't think she's alive anymore.
What was her name?
Sophie Rhymewood.
You see, she starts rubbing her hands. Her cheeks begin to go almost red to the cheeks and flushed completely. See, she trembles. And then she kind of stumbles a little bit and finds a wall with a chair and leans against it.
Do you know her?
Yes. It's been a long time. Yes, I know Sophie. Yes. She thinks she's dead.
I don't know. I really couldn't say.
And what about Rose? What about her mother?
Now Thorn kind of takes a step back. I don't know, but Sophie talked about her all the time. She loved her. Sophie loved her mother so much. I don't know where Rose might be or if she's okay. All I know is that Sophie said she was from Dunhaven. And I can only assume that's where her mother is.
Oh no.
Do you know them?
Yeah, I know them. They're family.
Family? How?
My mother and Rose were sisters. Not by blood, but by law. She was my aunt. And Sophie, she was my cousin. We were all in the summer court, and, well, we had to leave. Just us. My sisters. My mother. And it was a hard journey, but we made it.
This is a lot to take in. I want to ask so many questions, but I know it's not my place. But why
It's-
did you run? Why did you leave the summer court?
You see, she just kind of shakes her head.
You don't have to say anything.
My mother, she wanted the best for us. Our fathers wanted the best for us. They knew if we stayed, we'd turn into the rest of them. We'd succumb to the powers that are greater than us. And they wanted us to find a better life. And well, I don't think we found it.
You didn't? I mean, what happened?
See, she looks off in the distance and her mind is distracted, probably reminiscing as you're asking these questions. I was the eldest of the three. 5, 4, and 3. My sisters and I, we travelled with my mother, with our mother. We left the summer court, guided by our strongest warriors, leaving the Fey realm altogether, with Rose and her unborn baby. We travelled so far, never found anywhere that could work. I just remember the sleepless nights, the hiding, the hunger. And then we found a place that was small, quaint, away from prying eyes and those who wish to take advantage of us. You and I were not like everyone else. I was told that I have a responsibility with what I was given. But in the end, all they give us is a curse, that we are left a burden in this world. It is what we make of that curse is what becomes our foundation, but if you do not find that purpose, then it eats you up. It takes every crumb,
What?
and there's nothing left of you.
What kind of curse?
The summer court is, well, a twisted place. It breathes nature, but nature breathes down your throat. Their job is to protect it and ensure that the world's lifeblood continues to flow. But being so close to it just causes a change that only happens later in life. When nature takes over. But I was lucky. My sisters and I were lucky. My mother, she was a strong and guided woman. She wouldn't let anything get in the way, and she wanted to help us. She wanted us to get better, even if it did mean that she was losing her way. But we found help, and we're able to manage it. And as she's talking, you can see she's looking at her arms, and there's a moment where you see, in the same fashion as when her magic kind of comes through her, like the veins underneath her skin, they almost become more defined, more visible as they are pushing themselves to the exterior of the skin. And you watch as the veins themselves turn into like vines and more brackish and bark-like texture to them, as it looks like a horrifying transformation takes place, and probably one that would be painful if not already used to or accustomed to. But her entire arm just begins to warp and transform and split open into this gnarly vine with flowers that grow across it. And then it reverts back to the more human condition that she has. Luckily, we were able to control it. But That meant that we had to abandon her. Abandon Sophie and Rose. I didn't want to leave them, but that was my mother's choice. I never went back, and I feel such a fool for not going back and being so distracted with my own goals. I forgot the most important thing.
It's not your fault. No.
Maybe
We
not.
couldn't have known.
Might not be my fault, but I'll take some of the blame. Do you know where you were? Changed. Do you remember what her last words were?
No.
I guess that's what my mother tried to protect us from. From people who would try to tease strange blood. To poke around and find secrets that they wouldn't find anywhere else.
There's nothing I can really say that is comforting, but Sophie lived a very happy life before everything happened. And she was a happy little girl. If you had met her, you would have just seen how easily she could fall in love with a stranger. She was very sweet. And I'm sorry I couldn't do anything to protect her.
Well, if that's it, that's it. We have to move on. But what of her mum?
I don't know. I only escaped a year or so ago and I needed to recover. I haven't tried to see Rose.
But how
I
did you
don't
get out of the summer court?
know. I don't know. Like I said, I was born in a cell, so I have no idea where I am. I come from. I have no idea who my parents were. I have no idea. Did others leave with you, or was it just you and your sisters?
No one else. The warriors came with us. But as soon as we made it outside of the limits of the Fae, they left and returned back to their sanctuary. It was only us. It's only ever really been us.
Um, if I could ask, where are your sisters now? Why are they not with you? Do you have to stay separated because of these powers?
No, we all went on our own path. They all do different things now. My sisters, and she smiles. They don't really remember much of what it was like before. They were well, younger than me. They couldn't really understand or picture our father or anything that they saw there. I'm the only one that really remembers. But as we were finding out how to fix this curse, my mother, she took us to the Jedi Umbra. And well, whilst we were there, they helped us control that element of a curse that lays dormant in all of us. We all tried. We all had our moments. Amaryllis, she continued to help at the Jedi Umbra. She decided to stay and continue her practices there. And, well, Camellia, I have not seen her for a while. So I don't know what she's up to. The last time I saw her, we had a bit of an argument, and she said she was going to go off and go to the Fey realm. But here we are. We're a rare breed and scattered. There aren't many of us. But look at us. Even if you can't remember where you came from, I know where you're from. And we found each other, so I don't know how much that can make things better, but at least I know that there's more of us out there, and we're still going. Even
Well,
if Rose isn't. Well. And Sophie.
I am sorry that you had to go through all that. I really am. I don't have the words, really. I thought. I don't know what I thought. I assumed the summer court could just freely go to it, but I guess that was an idiotic idea.
The summer court, even though we were all born there, there's only memories and so much that my mother could share. They're as much as a mystery to me as they are for you. That's why I was hoping that this temple might help shine a light or something, at least, on what they do there or what their purpose is. Maybe even to find my own purpose. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Well, I understand. I mean, shit. I'm trying to do the same thing. I wish I could join you in exploring this temple, but I have to stay with my group, and there are more pressing matters at hand, but I sincerely hope that you do share your findings with me, because I want to know as much as you do.
Yeah, I will. I can. I don't know how long it'll take me or what I'll find, or even if I'll have the gumption or drive to do it anymore. If Sophie and Rose are gone, then what's the point in doing all of this?
I don't know if they're gone. Rose might still be somewhere, and there could be a chance for Sophie. I just, I don't know. maybe when you're finished with this temple, you could go see Rose. She might still be in Dunhaven. I would hope she is, at least. I would like to meet her.
Well, maybe we can do that together then.
Maybe. But I have more pressing matters. Like I said, I want to be able to join you, but I just can't right now.
That's okay. You have your people, I have mine. I know as different as mine may look, they're good and honest people. Even if they like diving into caves and temples and
Well,
being overly curious.
my people are obsessed with sewers, so beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
I guess not. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
All of us have a curse. I don't know how it develops or what it turns into, but it's all heavily bound in nature, taking over. What's yours?
She kind of feels her arm a bit. It's it's strange because at the moment I am a were-tiger, but somehow momentarily the curse has been uh, removed, taken. I really don't know how it works, but I'm on the path to getting it back.
That's a new one. None of my sisters or mother ever had anything similar to that.
It it happened while I was in the prison. Really, I was injected with
It's
were-tiger
okay.
blood.
You don't have to say it. It's fine.
Okay.
If you're... Well, are you leaving straight away?
I think so. Unless my party members have other ideas or are busy with something else.
Okay.
Do you need something from me?
No, it's okay. I just thought maybe... Well, you can tell me next time about how Sophie was. I'd like to hear more.
I have much more to tell you.
I hope so. Okay. We should probably start getting you ready to leave.
Yeah. And Thorn will sort of hesitate for a second, but then she'll just give Flora a hug.
You see she kind of like tenses up from it. And she kind of like awkwardly doesn't know what to do.
Thorn just holds her for a second, and then she'll let go. Oh,
You've
sorry.
You feel her arms around you and then pulls you in tighter and closer. She's a little bit taller than you, and she just kind of leans her head down to the side, and you just hear her kind of sobbing as she's holding you. So, as we leave that depressing note, we will. Who wants to go next?
Yay!
Well, we'll go with Van since Thordane is chilling.
All right.
Lying face down. To be clear, that's what Fodane is doing.
He's
Oh my god, he's
moonbathing.
dead!
He's moonbathing,
Sounds
guys.
good.
Don't worry about it.
Just put a blanket over him. Let him
He's
sleep
got
for
his
about
cheeks
5
out.
minutes. And then they'll be ready to go.
He's mooning the moon.
Okay.
Hey, yo. This is
No, I'm
not a
not.
nudist beach.
Okay, Van. Describe to us what you're up to.
Finds like the little spot, maybe somewhere near the color corals. If he could like try to like pick some apart, save them. And he's gonna check if the shadows are there. He sits down.
As you are kind of like plucking off elements of coral, there are some larger, some thicker, some thinner ones, and you just begin to collect like a different batch. There's some bright pink, some like bleached out white, others that are slightly more colorful, yellowish to blues and greens mixed in between. And you just begin to pick and match as many as you find. But as you are going between a few of them, you see an area where it kind of like splits, and you see sat on the left Discord. Oh, you're right.
Well, I am as good as you can be after having that happen. Are you all right?
Yes, I am.
I was worried that dimension might have hurt you or done something.
No, nothing can hurt me. I've just been a little more restrained, trying to pick and choose time, when to be there for you and when to let yourself take the hit and experience life, I guess.
I understand. I just wanted to check on you. You haven't
Rev?
gotten the time to talk much lately.
There may be a reason for that. I've been pondering and thinking. I don't know what it is. But I feel as though there's always someone else there. When you and I are together. Like someone on the periphery just watching.
What do you mean? Do you think he's spying on us?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure what it is. But I fear for the unknown.
1 second, please.
No problem.
What do you mean? What do
Robbie
you mean
getting
somebody
spotted.
watching them?
Fucking hell. Sorry. What did he last say? I fear that.
I just said that was the police.
Not you, shut up.
I fear the unknown. I don't know why. I just don't know what it is. It feels foreign, but also close to my heart. I cannot describe this.
You think it has something to do with where I was yesterday.
I did not see what you saw. I was not there to experience it with you. So I don't know. Maybe when you were gone for that moment, I could finally see around me. I don't know. I don't know what it can be.
It's gonna reach out and hold Discord's hand.
You reach out to grab his hand, and you see as his form disappears and reappears on the other side of the corals, and you see the slender form of Melody stood there. Did you see that?
See what?
That man standing there right in front of you. Who was that?
Okay. I had a feeling this was going to happen at one point. I just couldn't tell if you were aware of it or not. If you
What
were
you
aware
knew?
of each other. When you are not there, someone else is. Someone called Discord. It's why I've been referring to you as you two, or the two of you.
I don't quite understand. How can there be two of us? It's only ever been you and me.
And the three of us for the longest time, since the beginning.
Since the very start.
I've tried to tell you, but you didn't seem to believe me.
I just didn't understand it. It just never made sense. But now well, how do you know that this Discord can be trusted?
You've both taken care of me in your own ways. You seem to share at least some of the same conscious.
Only recently did I start thinking that there was something beyond. I could see a shadow in the darkness. One that almost brought a deep dark feeling in the center of my core.
Is a bit more violent than you.
You see, she's looking over into the area where you were kind of standing and reaching out your hand. Nothing there, but you just see she's glaring.
He noticed you too.
Did he not know who I was before?
No,
Did he not know my existence?
neither of you seem to have been aware of each other. Honestly, I thought maybe it was like an inside joke towards me or something.
I would never joke at your expense. Um, well, this changes things, no?
I suppose it does. Honestly, I still don't know exactly what you are.
But why is this all happening now? Why, why could we not see each other at the beginning? Why? I don't understand. What's changed?
Me going to that place?
Perhaps.
I don't even
Maybe.
know where I was.
I don't know where you were. I couldn't even feel you. And that's something I don't want to feel again.
I'm gonna try to reach out to take her hand this time. Hopefully it doesn't switches.
Mm-hmm. You grab my hand. I don't want to lose you.
You're not going to. I'm sorry. I wish I could have brought you with me there, but a part of me wishes not to as well. It was not the greatest experience. But you know, the last thing I want you to feel is alone. You're both my friends. Do you trust him?
I don't think I can. But I trust you. I trust in everything you do, Ven. I will always be there for you. Even when I'm not, I will. And even when this other man takes over, you see the form shifts and then turns into Discord. I saw her.
You did?
What is happening? Why is this happening now?
I don't know. But we can figure it out. I just need you two to be understanding towards each other.
How can I understand something I can't interact with? I don't know who they are. And you trust them blindly.
Not blindly. Discord. She was there for me as much as you were.
So what does that mean? What happens now?
It would be good to find out what's happening to you, what you are. There's a way for you to meet each other. Because right now it doesn't seem like you both can be there at the same time. Maybe the shaman could help.
Do you think that is a wise idea?
Not exactly. I'm very cautious when introducing you two, considering what people's initial reactions will probably be like. But I'm worried about you. And her.
I felt fear for her then. Fear of her. I don't know if I could face her. And I don't know what she feels towards me. If we are both here for you, if we both feel the same way for you, then that will be enough for the two of us. But I don't think that I can ever interact with that person, that figure, whatever they are.
I understand. Then, do you remember what happened yesterday when I was gone?
Yes.
Because it was mostly her who was talking to me after I came back.
I do not remember you speaking to her, but I remember you speaking to me.
Well, your consciousness somehow must be connected then.
I don't know how I feel about that. I like my own thoughts.
Well, maybe you don't share your thoughts, but perhaps you see the same things.
Hopefully.
I wish I knew more. I'm sorry.
Being sorry about the unknown is pointless. It is unknown for a reason. Reasons beyond us.
What do
I'm
you think
sure
that
the answers will show eventually.
what do you think that place was?
It felt like a connecting point. Whatever was down there was a bridge to insanity, to where the mind takes over and the body fails.
So for the record, I should not go back there again.
I would suggest, and the form shifts to melody, don't be going back there. Not in a million years, not while I'm still alive. Please.
I will try. Not like I had much choice last time. But why did you say I was stronger after I came back?
There was something different in you. I don't know what it was. Like an aura of confidence had washed over you, I don't know.
Certainly didn't feel confident in the moment.
Your powers are an enigma to me. I don't know how they form. I don't know how they are so raw and tense. But whatever happened in there for you to return, I don't know.
Could
You'll have to tell
describe
me.
what I saw or what happened. I don't know if you can see my memories from then.
Not without you giving me permission.
Well, then you do have my permission. Better than describing it, really.
See, they place a hand against your cheek. And you see a moment they kind of flicker their head slightly as though processing thousands of seconds of memory. And then just again, beyond my comprehension.
Beyond both of our comprehensions. Perhaps I will ask the shaman about that and we keep you two out of it for now.
That sounds like a wise choice. I guess we will follow your lead.
You know, he said he's scared of you.
It should be.
You both can be pretty scary. In a good way.
Miley, if he ever hurts you, let me know. I may not see him, but I can write a nice letter, and then he can read it.
I'm sure he won't. He's never violent towards me.
All right, let's talk to this shaman then.
Let's. Oh, and if you spot a seashell or something along those lines while we're walking back, let me know.
Why have you been collecting all of these?
Or something.
For something of someone.
Wouldn't you like to know, Axel? Just kidding. It's a little something for now.
How's that going? Are you... I don't understand how your relationships work, but I heard there's a base system.
I don't really know how relationships work either. I mean, you know me. Most people who asked mostly just wanted to sleep with me, so I don't really know how the whole relationship thing works.
And this is different.
I think so.
And does he make you feel happy?
Yeah, it does. Makes me feel safe over anything. I'm worried that he's hiding things.
We're all hiding things.
I know, but hiding things that hurt him. I know I can't force him to talk about it, but I can't help but worry sometimes.
Just give it some time. You shared a bit of your past. Some people aren't as open and take time to adjust.
We're desperate at the time, but I don't regret it, I think.
I don't think you should ever regret it. You needed to share it. And there's only so much we can listen to.
Are we okay?
Yes. I hope so.
You sure?
Well, I'm nervous. But yeah. Apprehensive of everything.
You and me?
Well, you're all I ever think about, Ven, so yes. Even you.
Oh. You know, after all of this is over, maybe I should figure out a way for you to, I don't know, be freer?
I don't know about that. But I'm sure when this is all over, everything will be much clearer. And who knows, maybe you become strong enough that, well, you won't need me anymore. You hardly need me now. But there'll be a point where we'll have to say goodbye.
Well, I want you around. I don't just need you.
But you also need to move on and live a life. I don't want you being burdened and tethered to the past. I came around during a bad part of your life. And I don't want you to be reminded about that. Once you are happy, once you are settled, that's when you can tell me I can go.
You're the first friends I ever made.
Well, you see, Melody changes into Discord. That's very sweet. We will always be the first, but we won't be the last. You'll always make more.
I don't want to think about goodbyes. Not after today. So, until I say so, you're not going anywhere.
And that's fine by me. I'm happy to stay.
Promise?
I promise. Even if that woman is watching.
Don't call her that woman. She has a name.
Mm.
Her name is Melody.
A name that is even deceitfully chaotic.
I thought that would be up to your tastes.
A little bit.
I think you'll like each other, even if you don't think so now.
Adjustments will be made to keep you happy. A shaman. Is that it? We're going to see a shaman.
Yes. Do try to, keep it on the down low so no questions get asked.
Of course. You know me. Subtle as anything.
Of course.
But if he does keep talking very slowly, I might have to set a fire underneath his ass.
I think I can handle that part.
It's very boring and slow.
Well, sometimes you have to be patient, I guess. I do need to go check on Thorn first, make sure she's alright. She seemed quite upset.
Always so caring.
Can't help it.
Not a bad thing to change. Okay. So, you begin to head off
Mm.
to find Thorn, or whoever you end up finding. So, Dane, as you are just laying and just taking in the skyline, a shadow begins to peer over the moon, and you just see the kind of bodyguard that's been issued to help Flora. You see Colmer. He's here with a large chest in front of him, and he just lays it down in the ground next to you. I was told you're the accountant.
Technically, I'm the employer.
Oh, you really need to discuss this with your customers and, your employees.
Yeah. Well, typically, I work in the middle of a city, not in this. Did you come here for fun, or did you piss someone off?
Well, I'm here to deliver the goods that I'd said were for you, for helping us in both saving our ship, but also getting us out of incarceration. So this is all yours. And he kicks the chest open.
Tries to crane his neck and realizes, I can't see shit, and then gets up. Right. I much appreciate it. And what does he see? Just cursory glance.
Cursory glance, you can see that there is... It's not like a treasure chest, it's just a chest filled with goods. It's probably a kind of more mercantile sort of transport chest. Several locks on it, but he's left it unbound. Inside of it, you can see just kind of like a portion, like a pouch set aside with gold that's just kind of mounted up in coins. And then to the left, you see in like a very nice kind of presentary way, several items that are just left there that all have like this magical sheen to them.
Oh, brilliant. This looks good. I'll give it a proper glance over later.
These are probably worth more than what you deserve, but we have no need for them, so they're yours.
That's odd way to say thank you.
We saved his ass twice.
Well, in here you've got about 10,000 plus gold worth, so which can buy you, well, a town or a village.
Or a shit ton of help against some of the people who we don't like are not telling you
Or
anymore,
that.
just because you'd probably don't
could
want to.
work too.
No, but brilliant. That's... Yeah. Sorry about the attitude. It's been a day, as you're aware. It's probably been a week for you, hasn't it?
Yep, it's been a long time. We've been traveling for a month, so yeah. I've not seen a city in, well, a month plus. So going to a city sounds quite nice right about now, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd
Tensions
avoid
high.
where to ways off. Avoid just Cass area in general. Just for a bit.
Oh yeah, I hate Kaz area. I don't go there.
Avoid having to stop off for supplies there. Then
Why? What's happened there?
quite a bit. I'll tell you one thing. Zombie beholder.
Okay.
It says enough, really, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking I might move the business, but that's a me thing. But yeah, I appreciate this, and we were happy to help, just because that's the right thing to do. But reward is always, well, rewarding.
I see what you did there. Good play on words. Well, this is all yours. Are you guys leaving now or in the morning? I heard Fillion said she can take you all back to her temple or whatever. So
I think we're going to discuss that. I'm all for just getting a nap before we go anywhere, at the very least. But we'll discuss that and let you know, because we don't want to take up too much of your space if we can help it.
No, that's fine. You're more than welcome. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who we are as people. You helped us, and well, I'm very grateful for that. You didn't have to. You didn't have to get involved. And you saved us not once, but twice.
I'd have to disagree on we didn't have to. I'd like to think we're good people. And, well, that's kind of the gig sometimes. But yeah, hopefully we won't, I'd say let's do this again sometime, but hopefully it's never needed.
Well, sure. If I'm ever in your neck of the woods, just you can always send a message. I'm with Flora until she's happy of letting me go as her ward. But I'm sure I could help you out if you needed some mercenary work or some, well, heavy lifting. I know a few good guys.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. In fact, if you ever need someone to scope out a job for you beforehand, I'll hand him a business card.
He looks at the business card. A detective.
Yeah, private investigator. So if you need a person looked into, or even a bit of background on a particular area, We'll call it first one's on me. Call it a favor.
Okay, you got it. I'll be sure to keep this close.
Yeah.
It's always good having contacts. I'd give you a business card, but I don't have one.
Nah, it's no worries, man. I've got a good head for names and a bunch of other shit that I don't really need. But yeah, one day that botany course is going to do me some good.
Okay, well, the detective's an interesting one. I'll reach out to you once I'm finished with this. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. It seemed like Flora wanted to. Well, I was listening in a little bit. Seems like her and Thorn seem to be getting on, so I think we may be meeting up sooner than later at some point.
You sure they were getting along and not? Because Fawn doesn't really do that.
Well, yeah. It
Oh,
seems
okay
so.
then. That's yeah, it's nice when your friends grow, isn't it? Just nice to see.
I don't really have many friends, so I can't really say what that means.
Well, let's see if we can change that, man. Keep a hold of that. In fact, and as you're just going to give him 2 more, could just give that one to Flora and one to anyone else in the group you think might need a detective into the future.
You got it. Okay. I'll take this with me.
Yeah.
Just let me know what ends up happening. If you need a... We'll be going into that temple at some point, whether it's tomorrow or the day after. Hopefully we don't cause any more issues, but
Yeah,
we're here for a job, so
Oh
if
yeah,
you
no,
want to join, I'd appreciate that, but if you're busy, then I'm not going to stay in the way of your work.
I'll discuss that with the rest. I would say before you go back in, maybe have a chat with Feline. She seems to know the area a bit better than the rest of us and might be able to, give you some advice going forwards.
Okay. Sure. I'll ask Feline. I'll ask some of the other guys here as well. All right. Well, thank you. He looks back at the card. Full day Neath.
Yeah.
And I'll see you soon then.
See you soon, man.
He just puts the card away.
Sweet. I would like to start identifying some of the magic items.
I'm going to send you all the magic items now.
Yay, magic
As
items.
I'm going to send them to Jack first in case he
No.
wants
Oh, boo.
I'm the one with the identify spell, guess.
So in the chest, there is 210 gold pieces, which is a fair bit, but it's not enough to buy you guys magical items. But you do have magical items in there that you could sell on if you didn't want to keep them. In there is this long, beautiful rapier, which has almost like bits of dripping molasses, like a oil slick against the blade, that just kind of
God.
never drops off, but is just held on it.
It's just a butter knife. It's just more advanced.
No, it's so much cooler than that.
Okay.
There is one singular kind of gold and white gauntlet that's in there with a slight emblem on the back half of it, which you can see is a protection-based spell. You also have a very nice decorated, almost princely-looking circlet, one that has several gems located throughout, and each one has a slight glow to them, like a almost soft white divine glow. You also have what looks like a necklace, but it's probably more specifically like a type of choker. This is a bit more crude in design. It looks quite sharp, perhaps uncomfortable, and it's almost like twisted, barbed, not wire, but kind of like pointed metal going off into this band to attach. And then the last one you see is a ring that every so often you try and pick up and it just kind of moves. And it just kind of like shifts slightly. But you analyze all of them. You have downtime to do this because it's a ritual spell. And yeah, which one would you like to keep, Thodane, or are you thinking of dishing them out to everyone?
I will put the thing in the notes chat, and I'm
Sure
also
thing.
say out loud for the people watching. One is a Rapier of Lethargy. When you hit a creature, you can activate one of 3 charges. When doing so, decrease their AC and saving throws by 2 until the beginning of your next turn. Which I think one of our rogues would quite like. Gauntlet of Protection. If you're wearing light or no armor, increase your armor class by 2. As a reaction, you can use one of 3 charges to increase your AC or saving throw from an attack or spell by 5. Charge comebacks on a long rest. Circlet of Radiance. While equipped, you have resistance to radiant damage. Any healing you do or take, you can expend one of 3 charges to increase it by 2d6. Charges come back on a long rest. Iron Thorn Necklace, despite the name, not good for Thorn. Whenever you cast a spell, you can use one of 3 charges to reroll any damage dice in the spell attack. For every dice you reroll, take 1 point of damage, which doesn't count towards concentrating. Charge comes back a long rest. And an Evading Ring. Whenever you take damage, you can use one of 3 charges to teleport to an unoccupied space you can see up to 15 feet away. So,
Frey isn't here. Can't claim
I
it.
was gonna say maybe you take the rapier.
No, I want that ring.
No, you know he wants the
I want
fucking
that ring.
rapier.
Thorn would take the rapier, but that ring, man, I need it.
Yeah, because
What do you mean you need it? You
Maybe
just
the rage
said
fighter would
at
like
the
it.
beginning. You just said at the beginning that you don't get fucking hit during fights. Fuck you, bitch. I need
Yeah,
it.
It'll just increase my chances not to get hit.
Yeah, maybe while the range fighters
be-
could have that so that they're further away if they do get hit. You know, not the melee fighter who doesn't get
I
hit
already
at all.
called dibs.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Fodane's not sold anyone shit right now.
I love finding out magic items. It's just a complete war of who gets what.
Yay!
But all jokes aside, I think I should take the circlet because I'm the one with the healing spells.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
either you or Cian.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's gonna look fucking so funny though.
I'm gonna put the flat cap over it so you don't see it.
He's just wearing a tiara.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest. I don't know what kind of armor Sienna wears because they've gone for more of a Dex fighter.
I believe they do have good armor underneath their sweater.
Yeah. I can't use the gauntlet because I've got a breastplate and that's medium. So yeah, it's out for me. The Iron Thorn necklace, it has to really go to Ven. The only one who really does.
It doesn't have to go to Ven. Ven doesn't have to take it.
Because the only one who'd really get use out of it.
True.
You could probably just make it like an anklet instead of like a choker.
And I'm talking about for what the item does, not how it goes with the fucking outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also it's kind of like
it is crude though. It's like it stabs you.
1 damage.
It's in character. He would not fucking wear it because it's fucking traumatizing.
You can repurpose it if you wanted to turn it into a bracelet or something instead.
Yeah.
Like an
Or
armband.
sell it. Crazy
it.
thought.
Or sell it.
Well,
but
Ben will take it, but he's gonna.
There's 5 items and 5 of us, and I'm thinking divvying it up to who would get the most use out of it is the way to go. And maybe let's do this when we do a break, rather than just spend the next hour of the session.
Yep.
I was about to say. Okay, well, you have those items, Thorn. You've analyzed what does what. In the kind of investigative part of it, you don't sense any sort of curses either, even though some of the abilities of these items is questionable, at least. But yeah, they all seem...
He tests out the evading ring by putting it on and just flicking his pinky really hard. Fuck!
Okay, you have the items. Where would you like to go next, since everyone else has had a bit more time?
Yeah, I would want to find Feline before anyone else. Just check in on them.
Sure thing. You look around, and it's not hard to find Feline. You can see she's kind of bathing in the sunlight, not the sunlight, the moonlight, as closer to the ship than where you were, kind of a bit more isolated. You see she's currently cross-legged, just sat up, looking up, her eyes closed, and just basking in the moonlight as she just kind of takes it all in. She hears your footsteps, and you see her eye opens. Her complete kind of white sort of appearance is almost like a milky white sort of texture underneath the kind of very glassy like scales that she has. Whenever she kind of transformed between the kind of darkened state and the lighter state, it was almost like blotches of ink or white ink beginning to kind of flood in underneath. And you see that she is just completely head to toe filled with that sort of white energy. And she's almost glowing with it. You almost see like this no longer the burden on her shoulders. When you first met her, she was kind of like divided into and almost purely over into the darker elements. And now you see she's almost radiating this positive energy. And she opens her eyes, sees you. Oh, hello. Thorn, how can I help you?
Hey, Feline. Loving the... Is it a new look, or have you returned to an old one, I ask?
Well, this is the look that I'm used to most.
Well, it suits you. I just wanted to check in, first of all, see how you were doing. Not quite sure what's going on in the cave, well, for specifics at least.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to see how you're doing, first of all.
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better than I ever done before. In fact, I don't know what happened in the cave, but your friends, they were able to almost completely sever me from this other version of myself. Now I feel like new, almost. And I'm feeling things more than I ever did before. It's very freeing. And, well, I'm quite happy. Even all the circumstances to get to this point were quite harrowing, and a lot of you are hurt at my expense. But I am very grateful, and I can't explain it any other way than that you have changed my life. All of you have. And I hope to say this to each one of you when I see you next. Which, will it be soon? Are we all leaving now, or what's the plan?
Well, that was honestly what I was going to ask, see how you're feeling, if you're up to that, or if you just wanted to get some rest first. Also, can I take what you just said about us collectively, and can I put that on, like, advertisements of my business to, like, as a thing to drive business? Just, like, you've literally changed my life, all of you. Just,
of course, you can use that, because you have. You may use my praise as marketing.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'm aware that might come across as a bit greedy to a clergywoman like yourself, but
with the amount of good that you are doing, I don't see what negative element will come of this. So
that's the goal, despite how I act.
And how are
honestly,
you?
just yeah, a couple of months ago, I'd fired and Pat's the pistol on his hip. This once outside of a firing range, and that was an accident. Missed that. Not gonna lie. Also, I don't like humidity or the lack of mirrors, and I didn't bring my good beard comb. So this is getting a bit. Also, the death traps.
You're missing your home comforts. I can understand, and this isn't for
I'm
everyone.
I'm missing the me of 2 months ago, but it's not all bad. Don't tell the knobheads that I came here with, but I actually quite like them.
She chuckles. You have such a way with words.
Yeah. Well, it's a choice. I could speak all fancy and hoity-toity, but be a bit more dishonest.
I know, and that's all you can be, is yourself. So don't feel like you have to be someone else for someone else.
Well, I was raised as a good. What's the word? What's the equivalent of Christian for Bahamut? Which was Bahamutian.
You made that word up.
Yeah, well, my dad made it up first. Regardless, I was raised and all that, and I like to try and focus on the good bits, not some of the more brutal bits. You're probably aware of what I'm talking about.
Of course. And well, as much as I'd like to radiate positivity, there is going to be moments where this same feeling bubbles up again, because that's always going to happen. The world isn't as easy and not as complex as we may hope it to be. You are on a journey at the moment, Thordane, and you have shown to be very capable. Capable to the point that you can get things done that a lot of people can't. And this is a burden that wasn't yours to choose. It was one that was placed in front of you. But you chose to continue with it. You chose to keep going on this path. Even though it perhaps comes up out of the blue and it is becoming more and more difficult and more complicated. But you're still here. You're still doing the things. You're still helping people. You helped me when you didn't have to. You're still doing a lot of good.
See, people keep saying I didn't have to, but that's not the way I see it. I didn't help much in there. I'll be honest. Yeah, that wasn't me. But if I see something I can help with, I have to. That's it, really. There isn't someone else can help. It's can I do something now? And I will. It's not a question of anything. It's just have to.
And well, we need more people like that in this world. People who are ready to act and help.
Okay, can I put that in writing specifically for my sister?
Well, I quite like your sister, but if you wish, that's...
I know, but look, I'm sure you're aware that how siblings can be. We get on better now, but any chance to get one up, and she'll do the same.
We all have our strange relationships, so I'm not going to stop you from having a little fun with your sister. You may use it if you want to.
Excellent. Yeah, what was it besides all of that? Yeah, just ready to check in on you. Also, there's a thing you can do. Just give me a second. I'd like to use my dream sight and just look at her, because I did it before and she was in view.
Yeah.
And does she look any different when I'm looking through that lens?
You do. As she is still sat there looking at you, there is a moment where you peer past the veil of reality and focus on her dreams and the state of intention that she has in her mind. And as you stare into it, you can see only this golden light that shines through, where before it was slightly clouded, judgment and kind of skewed perception on reality and what was good and what was bad. Here you see what is the embodiment of someone who is doing everything they can to help others. And her dreams reflect that. You see just flashes of almost like being more personal, helping those more present and physically, rather than sending envoys or sending other priests to do the job when she isn't sure if they're going to complete or not. You see that she is taking a more hands-on approach now that she has no burdens of her own, and she looks to reach out to others. And you see a smattering of different people that she has in mind to go and see.
Well, and I'll just let me just check one thing, because I believe I've got it. We're about to rest, so yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let me just. Can I just show you something real quick? I've got closed eyes and to the temple.
Okay.
So before the cave, this is what I see, and I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts, and we're going to do the thing where I'm sharing what I can see. This is what I saw before, and this is what I'm seeing now. And I'm not seeing a speck of anything bad anymore. And just thought you'd like to see that for a bit, might help a little. But whatever happened, you seem to have come out all the better for it. And not quite sure what all this I'm seeing is, but I can say that's just you to your from the top of your head to tip of your toes, and it's just good. So there you go.
I appreciate that. And you're right. Before I was struggling. That was before you and your friends arrived. And now I feel like that burden is no longer there. Clearly it isn't. So you've helped me and changed my life forever. And I am just happy. I'm happy. I'm happy to continue. And I'm no longer afraid of whatever Enilep would have done if a moment of stress were to have changed me, or a moment of uncertainty would have allowed her to claw back to the surface. I'm very grateful, and I feel like I owe you my life because you have given me a new one.
It don't really owe us a thing. We'll call it a favour, and yeah, if you've got a book on hand, I'll swear on that I won't abuse it.
You don't have to do that. I take your word for it.
I appreciate that. But yeah, we'll just call it a favour sometime in the future. Like I said, we were happy to help. And again, mostly, still not sure what went on in there, but the other three. And can't speak to them fully, but I doubt they hesitated to give you a hand. So.
They were there when I woke up and came to my senses. They all helped, and all of you did too. No one was left out of this. And you have, and Korthek has spoken about you, all of you, his support. And now you have mine fully.
That's nice to hear, and yeah, always happy to make a good impression. But yeah, main reason I came over here, just besides checking in, was just to see if we wanted to move tonight or if we wanted to bunk down. Are you okay with either? Or would you like some rest as well?
No, I feel like if you wanted to leave, I could take us back.
Excellent.
It would only be a handful of us. I believe Zuno wanted to come with us as well.
Yeah, I believe so. Excellent. Well, I'll loop in with everyone else and see what they want to do, and I'll get back to you.
Okay. Thank you again. And
no problem.
I will tell the rest of them as well. But you can do so as well, since you are their leader.
Okay. I pay the salaries. I'm not saying leader. Okay, you don't have to be so vehement with the head shakes.
When was our first pay, bro? We still haven't been paid. Korthak paid us.
We don't even have a name for the group.
And Korthak gave me the money, which I then divvied up. That's me paying you.
We should just be called the employees, honestly.
For sure.
That should be our group name, the employees.
The employees and Thode.
Because we are nothing else. No. No.
We know.
Yeah, you're the contract workers. The
YMCA.
The 9-to-5ers.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'll find. I'll just say Fidel and Sienna first, and check in with them, and then I'll find the other two.
All right. As you begin to look around for them, we're going to have a quick break since we're about halfway through. So have a quick break. Fucking hell. That's a lot of RP for the first half. We will have more RP most likely. So see you soon. 5 minutes.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hey.
Can they hear us? Yeah, that's understandable. Hello, welcome back.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Uh-oh, what do you mean what
I
happened?
can't.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go.
You
There we
can't.
go.
Okay.
I couldn't enter the stream to see everyone for a second. We were
You've been
just all
banned.
stuck
Mhm.
in the
You've been
corner.
Max is
Imagine if
abusing
it's banned,
his
Robbie.
powers of the Discord server.
Oh, Lord.
All right, we return back to the group. So first and foremost, Ven, you were looking to find Thorn.
Yes.
Where is Thorn at the moment, Cassie? After their discussion.
Good question.
About an hour
I
of
think
hugging,
he's-
and then after that.
Come on, guys. I got this.
think-
Psst, 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 psst.
Hey, fuck off.
Okay, you made that noise, and cats are now surrounding me. I don't care for this. Don't do that noise.
Wait.
So I think Thorn is with Sienna, sort of like kind of talking about what Flora told her a little bit, but not really saying much. Just be like,
Okay.
Flora's okay, and we'll keep in touch, stuff like that. But she's with Sienna right now.
Okay, if you're sure. Well, if you need anything else, just let me know, and I'm here to listen, of course. So whatever you need, Thorn.
I know. And I'll tell you everything later, once we get back to the sanctuary.
Okay.
Maybe in the morning.
Okay. At this point, then you come in after hearing the conversations just kind of pitter off into just the silence. Yeah, I'd say the camp is now beginning to set up a fire. There's several different fire pits that have been put in different areas as everyone is resting in their own spots. It's not cold at night. It's still that humid, kind of warm air that just carries through, even through the night. And yeah, it's just peaceful. Crackling of fire, which kind of wards off some of the other sounds from deeper within the jungle itself. But then you find Thorn and Sienna together, just chatting, and then you arrive.
Hey, Thorn. Hey, Sienna.
Hi.
Hi.
Everything all right here?
It's yeah, we're fine. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Well, as good as I can be. My clothes are scorched a little bit. Really seems like I can't keep them intact for more than one day. But I was actually wanted to see if you could help me out with something, Thorn.
Okay. She'll stand up and go to follow you.
I do remember you collecting flowers, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
I thought maybe collecting a few pieces from here before we go. Not often you get an opportunity. Come back here. If you want to walk with me.
Sure, just for a little bit,
Yeah, of course. Won't be long.
because I don't want to pick dangerous flowers and have the jungle try and kill me.
Good point. We'll look for the smaller ones, perhaps. No lizard reptilian looking ones. Think we
There are
had enough
lizard
of giant.
flower. What? Okay, let's just go for some fucking flowers.
Alright. Just gonna try to look for some path.
Mm.
Perhaps where it's a little bit more quiet, more peaceful.
Yeah, sure. Easily done. You see, as patrols are being kind of set in place, people have been walking about and just scouting the area. Some have stationed in spots in the darkness just to keep an eye out and an ear out to see if there are any beasts that wander into your camp. In doing so, you see that a few areas have been cleared, and you find a spot that the patrols aren't going through anymore. They've kind of cleared it and made sure that it's all fine. There's one position further out into the heart of the jungle, but for the most part, you are alone and quiet. Here you have just this stone relief that is almost tucked into the ground, but is curved at an angle, which has almost like it's like half pipe ramp to it. Um, it's almost very well polished, and you can see at some point it was probably used years ago as some almost aqueduct of sorts to allow water to come through, or at least to gather some water. But now it's being covered with moss, and it's padded and comfortable, and kind of sits underneath the moonlight as it shines on top. But it's quiet, no one around.
Any flowers around?
Roll a nature check.
Oh, shit.
Can I roll as well? And if we do find
Sure.
flowers, just nature checking every single flower, be like, is this poisonous? Am I gonna die? Is this poisonous? Am I gonna die? All right.
Cassie, if you roll another 9, this would be ridiculous because we've got 3
Ah.
9s back to
Yeah,
back in chat.
that's crazy.
It will summon an ambulance, just to be clear.
But not
Okay.
for me.
Oh, there we go.
You rolled 2, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doubling up.
9 less
with,
9. Well,
with an 18, alongside Ven, you find different flowers of different species and kind of branches. And it's a hodgepodge in this jungle. There's not one that kind of stands out. They're all kind of blending in, and the colors are quite stark from one to the other. But within all of this, you find one which is less of a flower, and seems to be almost like a point where all of these like bits of critters, small slugs and stuff, are kind of warding and leaving. It kind of draws you in to understand what this represents. What is this that they're all kind of running from? And you see a piece of basil, a bush of basil, just kind of like poking out from the ground. It has a very kind of distinct smell to it, quite not bitter, but like sharp on the nose. And you just see it kind of formed there. Kind of stands out from most of the things here. And as you look at it, there is almost this, I don't know, this almost pull that it has for you. It's weird. Can't really describe.
that is weird.
Hmm.
I guess I'll try and harvest or pluck some,
Sure.
making sure not to take too much, just as much as I need for my little book.
Okay.
I actually wanted to speak to you,
Yeah.
if that's all right.
I mean, speak. I'm not really telling you to shut up or anything.
Right? Well, I know you talk to Sienna a lot, and I'm glad that she's there for you. But I hope you do know that the rest of us are here for you too, if you ever need to talk. And I don't want to force you into anything, of course. But I noticed in the couple of days you've been having some troubles being present. I know what that's like. And perhaps speaking about it could help. Just a
The
suggestion.
the only reason I talk to Sienna the most is because she understands me the most. And she was there. She saved me. I don't talk to you or Dodane or Fennel because the things that it could hurt people. People you don't know about. People that I care about. And if it gets out, then who knows? I'm just
I-
being careful.
I can keep a secret, Thorn,
It's
but I
not
understand if you
about
don't wanna.
it's not about you keeping a secret. It's who will hear. if they can. And
Well,
I'm not going to risk that.
I understand. I wasn't talking about you talking about your past, just about how you feel. But I know I can't push you to that.
I
I
don't
did want to.
know how I feel. I don't know. A lot just happened, and I
It's
don't know how to
overwhelming.
put it into words.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
I understand. I know how that feels like. It's a lot for me too. But I did want to tell you that I am proud of you.
Why?
You stood your ground today. Didn't run away. You could have waited for us or went back, but you decided to push forward, which is a little bit more dangerous than probably me and Sienna would like, but it's still brave.
No. I didn't stand my ground at all. Feline showed me the darkest parts of my own mind, and I did run. You and Fennel faced off against her alone. I did nothing. It's nothing to be proud of.
He's gonna move closer to her, put one hand on her shoulder. When when everything with Frederick happened, the first time I even tried to take a bath or a shower, I couldn't. I was too scared to even come near any water. Just you facing it is brave enough. And you knew you could be going into danger and you pushed forward anyways. And sometimes we do have to run away to keep ourselves safe. There is no shame in that, Thorn. But I'm still proud of you. Because you didn't run away from the cave, you waited for us. And now it doesn't seem like that to you. But you've been through so much. And you're still very strong. Stronger than probably any person should be, or have to be. Especially at your age. So you may not accept it, but I am proud of you.
Thorn doesn't say anything for a while. And then she just mutters, "Thanks."
Of course. We're friends after all.
Yeah.
And whatever it is that happened in the past, I want to be there to help you with that. Just as much as you helped me with Frederick and everything else. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
He puts his arms out for a hug. Come here. Come here.
She rolls her eyes and she gives him a hug.
He hugs her back. I'm glad I met you, Thorn.
Yeah, I'm glad I met you too.
Oh,
Shut up.
just holds her, trying not to ruin the moment and enjoying it while it lasts. Now let's get back. I think we all need some rest.
Yeah, I just want to get back to the sanctuary, really.
Yeah. I don't want to see another big lizard for at least a month.
Well, you're gonna have to see Frederick.
Very funny. He's not that big. He's actually shorter than me. You know.
Well, he's still a lizard.
I know.
Just
I'm joking.
okay. Walk back
Just
to
gonna
the.
pat her on the back and stand up.
Yeah, they walk back to the ship.
Okay. Thorn,
Mm-hmm.
if you could please roll a history check.
Why?
Why? What the hell did I say?
Fuck is up with this basil? Where the fuck is
Just
my
for
history?
cooking.
There it is. Okay. After Thorn collects all her fucking flowers, she just starts collecting spices.
Oh damn. That was almost a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
With the conversations of Flora earlier,
Mm-hmm.
hearing names,
Mm-hmm.
hearing the names of the Summer Court and their people, hearing Flora, hearing Amaryllis, hearing Camellia. You remember her mum's name, Tulip. And you also remember her husband's name, all because you plucked a small piece of basil. Basil. That was his name.
Let me get back to the bush. Hold on. What?
There's nothing else to the bush. It's just the memory that comes to you.
Is
Just
this
the
gonna be?
circumstance.
Is this something that's going to happen every time Cassie or Thorn picks up a flower? Just, oh, is there someone else named after this one?
This is your
fucking
great.
Yeah. Oh, seriously, that would be so fucking funny. Okay,
Can't
so
wait to meet turmeric.
Oh god. Okay, so
Just by the end. Yes, this is my Uncle Tree. Yes.
This is Aunt Ginger. She's a bitch. Okay, so Tulip and Basil. That was the mother and father of Flora?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
We just need to open a herb encyclopedia and all right, does any of you this feel like your mom and dad? Keep going.
Every time 50-50 odds that it's a photo album.
When you're thinking of basil and what it represents and why the name is so strongly tied to this figure, basil is seen as a ward, as a protector, as a almost coat of arms for the critters and creatures that try to invade and grow closer. Basil is a strong name to use and represents who they are as a person.
Wow. How bloody cute.
Cool.
But I bet it tastes fucking delicious.
You just had to ruin the moment.
Bit of tomato soup and basil. Oh, beautiful.
Jeez,
a little bit of tulip in there too. For decoration.
And do I just get flashes of names and no images?
It's less flashes and more just like the memory just like appears in your mind. Like the names just make sense to be in that order. It's like when you're referring to like a distant family member and you know that there's a father, a
Right.
mother, and a daughter, and you go the XYZ, you always say their name in that order.
Okay.
It's kind of like this, where you're kind of filling in the gaps and go, oh, Basil and Tulip just makes sense in your head.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Weird fucking plan. Love that. Anyways.
Okay. Dane, you're looking for them.
Yes.
So as they return, you do see them arriving and kind of.
Yeah. I'm just pushing Fennel around in his wheelchair, let him just see the sights.
Shut up.
I mean,
Fennel
after all that,
waves
he
in your
does.
wheelchair.
After all that, he probably does need to be in a wheelchair.
Look, a friend of mine recently started watching, and their favorite joke is the wheelchair. So
God
you know,
damn it.
they've asked that we keep it.
God.
It's fucking
Damn it.
staying.
Since when is this a democracy? When are we taking votes from the public?
Since I brought in viewership.
Shit.
Fuck you. Okay.
He's right, damn it.
Move on.
Goddamn capitalism in my D&D game.
Jeez.
Yeah, next time I'll play Russian for a day, we'll go for full communist for a day.
Can we get on with the session?
Yes. Anyways, we come
yeah.
back. Ven looks very happy with himself.
Thorn looks neutral.
Which is happy for Thorn.
No, just neutral.
And I'm in reverse.
Okay, so are we going back to the sanctuary?
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry. You're not sorry at
Max's
all.
reaction. I'm not, but I just win. Max's reaction alone means I win.
God, I can't
He
fucking
took his
stand.
headphones out.
I can't hear a fucking word you guys.
He's gone very red. He's gone rather red.
He's so done with us. He was
Oh
left
my
with like
God.
the 3 chaos junkies. He's having a
Okay,
He loves
so
us, guys. He
Let's
loves
get
us.
back to
Fine,
are we
right?
going
The
back to the
sloppy
sanctuary?
toppy 3000, right, guys?
Fuck!
Max
God! Shut up! Shut up! Are we going back to the sanctuary or not? Are we going back to the
Let me ask.
sanctuary?
Oh, you skipped my dialogue. Okay, fine. Yeah, but yeah. But it's just go look over and go, good, you're all here. So, good news, we got paid. We also got some items.
Goblins?
I've had a look at them. They've got some potential. We'll divvy them up when we've got a moment's peace, which will probably be in like half a year's time. I got some gold as well. It's 210, right? I've got that written down.
210, that's correct.
Yeah. We'll split that as needed. But yeah, do you guys want to get some rest here? Or Feline says she could take us back to the sanctuary, no problem.
I'd prefer
Away
to go back
from
to
the big-
sanctuary.
Yeah, big mean lizards, please.
Yeah, that's understandable. Sweet. I'll go let Feline know. I've had a word with some of the people here, and I gave out some business cards in case they wanted some help in the future as well. So if we ever get contacted by them, that's why they're not stalking us, hopefully. But yeah, sweet. We'll get Feline, we'll go head back.
And we're bringing Zuna and the
Shaman with us.
yes.
Is he back from his weed collecting trip? Where is he?
He's at one of the fire pits, just sat there.
Is he making brownies?
Puffing away.
Yeah. The concerning part is he's in the fire pit. He's actually in it. It's
He's
weird.
burning alive.
He's just like putting his foot in it. He's just not reacting. It's like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, nah.
Look, I've seen someone be baked before, but never quite so literally.
Oh my god, I can't stand this.
We get him. Teleport us away. Wee.
Okay.
That's the notes of the spell now.
Gathering.
Wee.
Feline in the center of the group, as you've all come back together now, you see parts of this other adventuring party, whatever you want to describe them as, beginning to like look at you over and kind of wave goodbye. Some of them not truly interested. You do see Zuna talking to Fennel. Fennel from his wheelchair responds. She's asking what the plan is for the prisoners that you have.
Oh, we're
that we
talking.
Oh yeah,
about
we
them.
were. Yeah, we were going to turn them in for bounties.
Yeah,
was
we
our
have
plan.
them in that little cube thing.
Yeah.
Are the
Okay.
out of character question? Are the bounties just like for this area, or could we cash it in anywhere?
I know when I
Like,
checked,
that's
when I
weird.
asked for the check, I did specifically say for like where that I would be aware of that I can that we can turn him back.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, they're typically like worldwide bounties, the ones that Thorn would know, or it would be specialized in Leyrance. But it
Gotcha.
seems like this guy in particular, Gormak, he's got a bit of a reputation to him.
Yeah,
So-
I've made an assumption that we'd getting less back in Calcaria than we would here, but we're still getting paid in Calcaria. That's my that's nothing
You
that the
mean
maps has said.
Leyrons?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the map. And
It's
I
okay.
can't see
It's
him.
okay. It's
Thank
okay.
God,
We're
sir.
in
Alright.
Alexair.
Alexair,
Leyrons.
which is the capital of Leyrons.
Yep.
Calcaria is where we
Another
originally
continent.
were.
Look,
Yeah.
look, Fodane took a lot of courses. Geography was not one of them.
Maybe it should have been.
You actually know that the bounty on Gormak specifically will actually get you more coin in both Calcaria as well as Leyrance. The main fact is most of their dealings was in these cities, and then he seemingly like disappeared and then escaped to the
sweet.
jungle to do his own kind of work here.
All right. I feel better
yeah.
about not killing him. We get money.
Yay.
We could have maybe gotten half of it for his head.
Maybe.
I know, but business, you know.
Bear in mind, you also have all of his goons as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In like little
Should we like
salt
feed them
takers.
like fish food, you know?
No.
just like little-
Oh, no, I
Don't
just
feed him at all.
I just rewatched the Hawkeye show and I'm remembering when the van got zapped by an arrow and got shrunk, and then an owl takes it off.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god. Well, let's put those in like a pocket or something.
I was
Make
gonna
sure
suggest
it's not
bag
out
of
in the
holding,
open.
but I feel like they would die in there, so no.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, because there's no air in the bag of holding. It's
Anyways, let's go.
All right. So with Feline in the middle, she begins the teleportation ritual, and you feel the ground around you give way to a more stony interior one, laced with wooden panels. You are not alone. You have Yarakish with you, you have Zuna with you, and you also have Yarakish's mount as well,
Yay.
Mo, the Ramarant. He's quite large, so as soon as all of you arrive, you see his bulky frame begins to impede a lot of the space, and one of the nearby tables just begins to crack underneath the weight of his personage.
guys,
did I
I'm
really
stuck against the
plan
wall.
this?
I'm trapped against the wall, guys.
It's okay. I can heal the damage. Just one by one. Leave the room now.
Yeah,
Everyone starts shuffling up.
Yeah.
You all begin to leave the room.
Corthax just like reading a newspaper on the couch, like, what the fuck are you?
Make
He's
sure
like
I doesn't
beginning to
shit
do
on
his
the
like
floors.
taxes. He's looking over like a clown car of people just walking out of a room. What? How many are you?
I mean, he's either doing that or he's not reacting at all. He's just like, yes, this checks out.
It's
So how was your adventure?
So, what brings you back so early? I thought you were going to be out for a lot longer.
Steps to the side to show.
Yeah, like they all just reveal Feline and she's
He
healed.
has hands.
Yeah,
See,
literally. Just like,
Cortex just like, Feline, you're different. What? What's happening?
Cave.
fixed it.
Maybe
Fixed it.
had a small
Cave
chat.
fixed it. What are you talking about?
To be fair, I wasn't in the cave. I'd been launched into the jungle from the
Okay.
cave.
That's
You
understandable.
can okay. I'm gonna sort of like just gently push Feline forward. Yeah, you talk to her.
Well, she's. Anyways, she's been severed from her other more evil, chaotic side.
That.
You
With our
see,
help?
he's kind of not really processing and looking at her. Is that right? Is she gone? Yes, Korfek. She's no longer here. We don't have to worry about her anymore. They freed me. Oh, Feline, and you see he just kind of grabs her and gives her a hug. Oh, I knew you could do it. Ah, well done.
Oh my god,
Um,
mom and dad are happy.
Well
That's
done, the rest
nice.
of you.
Yay! Their marriage is saved.
Now, Korfak, I really hope that's the last time we have to risk life and limb to help a member of your organization. We will, of course, help if so.
Wait a minute. What do you mean I need to thank you? What?
No, he doesn't need to thank us today.
I was having a joke, I'll be honest. Look,
You
you really...
You think that asking for the champion of Trasvala to bend the knee and say thank you for a job well done?
I mean, you've helped us out, we've helped you out, we just call it even.
Thorn's just gonna whisper, "Damn, you are really bad at jokes."
I'm not. I just didn't expect him to interrupt halfway through. Anyway, that was not seriously at Max, by the way.
And
Just, it's more of a tendency that. Is there anyone else you'd like us to help? Actually, is there like a third in command who's going through some shit?
No,
Did they
you've
need
also
someone to
helped
talk to?
her, so you've done a lot.
Oh, okay. Fourth in command. Do you have a secretary who'd like a drinking buddy?
I'm only joking, and I'm very grateful that you helped Feline. You didn't have to, and you did.
I really can't take credit. That would be, and just gestures to then the ones who knew were in the cave. To be honest, he's still not.
I
Know the full
didn't.
story.
I didn't do shit. It was I tried, but it didn't.
So they moved his arms to not be pointing at Thorn anymore.
Well,
Hi.
thank you for helping, Feline. It means a
Nothing.
great deal to me.
Of course. You guys helped us out a lot too. Was the right thing to do.
Yeah, we should make that the tagline for the business. It's the right thing to do. Because
Okay, stop with the business talk already, alright? It's like 12
I'm just saying
a.m. We can
that's the
talk
goal.
later.
It's the goal, isn't it? Do the right thing. Just say market that shit.
Anyways.
Yes, Thorn, it is the right thing to do. Yes. Can we go to bed now?
Well, I will be staying up. To talk
Cassie's camera's gone.
Oh. I know it's okay. It's fine. It's my internet is being a butt. Don't worry about it.
I know, it's fine.
My internet is being a butt for some fucking reason. So, Jesus Christ.
No worries.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. See, I'm back. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me.
Well, I won't question the methods of doing this because, frankly, I don't really care. It's as long as you're happy, Feline, and it worked. That's all that matters. And you see, she just smiles and kind of nods. Well, yes, true. It doesn't really matter how or what happens now, but it's just very freeing that I can no longer fall to the temptations of Enilep and her words of burden. She always used to be able to weave a very clever string of sentences and hurt where it truly felt more exposed. So for her to be gone now is very lucky and circumstantial that it happened here with all of you, and we wouldn't have gone in there otherwise. So even if you're not a person of faith, I am, and I am thankful that you're on this journey with me. You see Korthak butts in. I am not necessarily a man of faith either, but I believe in the people, and I knew that you were good eggs. And I knew you'd always do good things, do good anything. I don't see a dark side of you. Just as Feline stands here now, a beacon of hope.
Sorry, I just like how each of us looked at Robbie and Ben.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dark side.
That's crazy.
No, none of us
What?
would murder people in an alleyway.
No. Somebody's calling me. I gotta go.
We never drop someone from the clouds and they're still falling.
No. And just kill just a really good guy that just did want to help. We would never do that.
Never ever.
Nope.
Never.
It's not
also,
us, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is meant to be. I was meant to be in Fodane voice. Yeah, we're happy to help. Although I know you both said you don't really care about the hows so much as that it happened. There is a group currently looking into that cave and just a general area. It might be good to find out how it happened, because, well, what if it ever happens again? You know, so just
I believe it won't.
maybe not to. I'm not saying to Feline, but to anyone. That place seemed to have done something.
Well, there is 3 dragons guarding that place, so and they barely let me through into that mini dimension.
Did we tell them that?
No, we didn't.
Oh no.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
You hear Yarakish begin to speak up, the large moose man. He just kind of looks over. Well, I've been in that ruin before and never found an issue. Sure, there were the dragons and weird stuff, but no, I never got flung out before. So
Was it something I
perhaps
said?
this was maybe your smell, Thorn. You smell too clean.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you were being rude, but that's fine.
Well, I think we can leave discussions about that for tomorrow. Everyone's pretty tired. And I wanted to speak to you, Yarakish. We haven't had the time. If you're not too tired.
No, I don't really sleep, so I can stay up all night. Funnily enough.
I see. All right. Well, I guess we should all go to our rooms now.
Well, what is it you need? Oh, is this the thing tonight?
The thing I wanted to talk to you about, yes.
Okay. Do you need anyone else to be there, or is it just us?
Looks around the room. Perhaps Feline and Fennel. Say that 5 times real fast.
Feline, Fennel. Okay. I guess it's a party for 4 then. Well, I will get the place ready. Feline, please, if you could join me. Of course, I'm prepared.
Only if you're not too tired.
No, I'm fine. I feel more awake than I've been before, so all fine.
Did he make enough weed brownies for all of them?
We're just
Here's
having a
one
weed
for
party. You guys
you.
aren't in the way.
Did you make enough for the whole class?
As he begins to leave his things in different areas, he doesn't seem to hold much care for his personal belongings, as Yarakish is just splaying out all of his things everywhere. you see at one point the shadows shift and kind of like stare at the bag that he's left on the table as you watch Cherry just kind of large, wide eyes staring at the bag. And you watch as a paw reaches out to it.
Thorn's gonna sort of like
Is there
try and
fucking cat
flick her nose.
Can I prestidigitation spray bottle at it?
No, I Thorn's just gonna like flick sort of at her nose, not really touching her, but it's like, nope.
No, stop it. No. I don't like
Not
that.
yours.
But there's something in there.
But that's how bags work.
Shoo.
And just runs away.
Oh, that went right to my ear.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So you have Feline, Van, Yarakish, and Van all in one room. Thorn and Thorn, what are you guys up to? Just resting?
Unless Zidane has anything to talk about with Thorn, I think she goes back to her room with Sienna to just.
I was going to check in with how Thorn was feeling.
Not good. Next question.
What the hell?
But you know, as I had a chance to confirm that himself, it's just been, hey, we were fighting. You would look like you were fighting. Let's go back to the place.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I can only recharge my rifle once per day. I was going to dump my spell slots into it. Never mind.
What, you're gonna shoot me? I'm what?
No, it's empty. I can charge it with spell slots.
Okay,
I was just going to top it up, but I can't
Thorn,
do that.
hold still. It's like, what?
I need to practice last time.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Can you put this apple on your head?
That we could do that with the pistol. That's full. But no.
No. Chill.
You ask me how I'm feeling, and then you pull a gun on me. Jeez, I'm feeling not good at that.
I could teach you to shoot, but no.
Tell me.
But yeah,
Anyway.
and do you want to just check in with Thorn?
Thorn is still like this entire journey that they have been on. Thorn has, whenever it's gone quiet, she doesn't have anything to say. Thorn has been in this sort of kind of awkward, weird state where she just looks lost and confused, and sometimes she'll just even like look at her own hand, look at her palm, just like study it. And she's just been doing that the entire time. She just looks like she's confused a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say she's doing all right.
On par.
Yeah. About as good as they normally are. In fact, better than last Tuesday.
At least she's showing emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, if I read the mind, it wouldn't be the call you have dialed is not connected. Please try again later. Yeah. Okay. So, Thorn. One-time offer. Want me to teach you how to shoot a gun?
Yes, please. She sort of brightens up at that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Was that Korfak?
That was Max.
Bahamut, save us.
We are all
Oh, he saved one of us.
Did I hear that right? You want to...
She's had a rough day, and I used to do this to take the edge off when I was in college. So fuck it.
Okay. Please.
I'll be careful.
Do it away from the sanctuary.
That was the plan. I wasn't going to just say, "Do you want to just shoot up this?" Yeah. Hey, look, let's take all the plates out and fuck them up.
Korthak, put this apple on your head.
You could shoot me in the mouth and I'd still be fine.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, look, Korthak, we get the fact that you are a stone cold badass because you did most of the work against the beholder. But look, we've had a rough day. I just want to do something fun with a friend.
And that's completely understandable. Have a nice time.
Much
If you want more
appreciated.
practice and you need anyone else, I'm here. I don't mind sparring.
I don't think I will ever take you up on that. But I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah, he'd stomp you.
Literally, I'm very small.
I know, that's why I said it.
Yeah. Anyway, you walk out. I jog behind you to keep pace.
You just hear him whisper to himself, "This is not going to go well."
It'll be fine.
Right. So, first thing to keep in mind is I'm not going to be handing you this for a few minutes.
Okay.
Now, I'm just going to go through that. I don't know shit about guns. I'm not going to pretend to talk about gun safety when I don't know how that works.
Sure.
But Fodane
Neither do I.
is wishy-washy going to do it.
Don't keep your hand on the trigger unless you're gonna shoot.
I know that. Okay,
he has the safety on. Okay.
I know that and safety. I don't know anything beyond that.
So this is a clip. These are your bullets.
I'd like Thorn to do a performance check to see how well he can portray himself and kind of get
How cool he is.
how cool he is with the gun. He looks cool. That means it is cool.
Yeah.
Thorn, if you could roll a Arcana check at disadvantage.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Does the gun explode?
Well, Thorn, roll an Arcana check at disadvantage.
An Arcana check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh no.
So we had a nat 1 and we had a nat 2. This is good.
This is the worst possible outcome that could have come from this.
Fucking shoot someone. Oh my god.
All right. So
we're gonna wait something for it's a dinosaur.
Lynn's just speaking in Dwarvish the entire time.
So where are you taking Thorn to do this practice?
I was going to say 20, 50 meters away, but I think fuck it, it's just going to be in the doorway after that one.
Oh my god.
We're
all gonna fucking die.
You place yourself at the exits on the entranceway of this cave that's on the side of a mountain where the rushing waterfall is. Not the best idea.
Big opening, right?
It's a big opening, but not the best idea because it is quite loud because of the rushing water. So, Thorn, you're saying how to use the weapon. You know how to use it, so you're saying things. You're going through the process.
And I'm teaching the way I was taught in Elvish. So
yeah.
Oh no.
In Celestial, you are going through everything, but you're kind of going too quickly and you're going a bit too in depth that Thorn just gets lost. And as they're trying to understand how it works, they're picking up every other word.
I know, that's a dissertation on how iodine crystals function. Anyway, the gun.
So you have this 15-minute lecture that just keeps going and then is brought with silence after the fact as Thorn, you are now handed the gun.
So, at this point, I've turned off the safety and I've got the cylinder so that it's got a fresh charge.
At this point, I'm just gonna try, because I've seen Thorn use the gun. I'm just gonna try and mimic how he holds and shoots it.
Okay. Are you aiming outside of the cave or into the cave?
Yes. No. I'm aiming outside.
Or at Fodane.
Just.
Okay.
No.
Then I'm gonna need.
Am I holding it right?
Kill John Lennon.
Dexterity check at disadvantage.
Okay.
I can't inspire this amount.
I'm worried. As I should be.
Oh my god, that's
didn't
3
notice it all
sixes.
for a
You're
second.
summoning the devil, bro. You're
This
summoning
is
the devil.
needed.
What
This
the
is needed
hell?
after last session.
Cassie, you as Thorn.
What?
Cassie, you rolled
Oh,
shit,
no.
but it didn't help because Thorn
You
didn't
know,
help you.
tell me more. Tell me more.
So, as you are holding the rifle, it hums with energy. You see.
I didn't have the fucking rifle. What the fuck?
What did you give her?
The pistol.
Nope, pistol. The pistol.
Oh, I thought you
You got
gave her
the
the
pistol,
rifle.
brother. No.
I'm not
No.
insane.
Okay.
Because if that thing fails, we both poof. We poof.
You,
We're dead.
with the gun in hand, you are kind of like pointing down the trigger. You're holding it sideways. You're kind of like.
This was one hand.
One hand gangster,
Yeah.
and other hand in pocket. As you're kind of like going through the motions of like how to grip it, your hands are fumbling slightly, and you're kind of like, how do I? His hands are smaller. How does he do this? So you're kind of like trying to adjust your grip. You're kind of using both hands. At one point, you're trying to pull the trigger, but you're like, it's not working. I don't understand. Why is it not working?
Why isn't
And
it?
then you
Stop.
just kind of
She
you
doesn't
begin
do
to
that.
look around towards Thorn, gun in hand, not working. It's just not working.
It's not doing anything.
Max, if I'm right on this without a roll, I'd love that. Is there fob between the hammer and the?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just move that.
If you could roll damage, please.
Oh, no. Not on Thorn, right?
The
No.
damage. The
Okay.
damage is. Let me just double check. 2d8 plus. Wait, did I get it right? 2d6 plus dex.
Okay. So that's 2d6
Yeah.
plus 4, I think.
Right there. So, is my hat okay?
Now, if you could roll a d100,
Oh no.
you're looking to roll low.
I hate.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay. You, after having figured out
21.
that your finger was trapped between the trigger and the kind of like the furthest back part for the gun to fire, you instinctively just pull it, not realizing how much tension there may be, none at all in the gun. Just pull the trigger. You are aiming inwards into the cave at this point. Luckily enough, though, you see
I kill Yarkish. He's just dead.
see the large Ramarant, the scaled beast,
No.
that just minding their own business, dormant in this cave, and
This is a scene from
the-
Shanghai Nights. What the fuck?
force of this energy weapon just hits against him. The energy, you watch it, rather than hit against his scales, you see he has several kind of like, almost like, the scales against his armor have elements that are almost conical and almost kind of like tube-like. You watch as one of the bullets flies towards his head, but then almost gets sucked into this tube. You see he kind of like shakes for a minute and then spits out this globule of force. I'd like you to roll both of you, dexterity saving throw.
This is fun. Yes!
Bro. What?
He's a 69, baby. Woo.
Yeah, so it's just like, fuck!
You watch in panic as the gun is fired into the cave and think, fuck, who's this going to hit? I hope it doesn't hit anyone. I hope it doesn't hit any property. It's a fucking temple. Hopefully it doesn't hit the fucking statue to some god. In this panic, you see the light hit against the scaled armored creature. No effect against them. And then as it kind of like wakes up and gives this like butt forward, you just see this light and fire off towards you and hit you in your chest as you take 14 points of force damage. And are just pushed down onto the ground.
Me or Thorn or both of us?
Just Thorn.
This Thorn just falls and just like, I'm okay.
She just puts the gun down. Oh my god. Are you okay? She just heals him, puts lay on hands.
Yeah, I'm fine. The breastplate took most of it. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Lesson number 1. Don't aim don't aim at horses or whatever the fuck it is.
I didn't mean to.
It's fine. It's fine.
I was just looking at it and then it did the thing and
there's a joke I could make there that I'm just gonna pass up on. But
Jack or Thorn?
Both. Yeah, okay. So next time I'm just gonna turn you around. Fire the other way. Maybe
are giving her another chance.
If you think I didn't fuck up the first few times I fired that, then you are kidding yourself.
Maybe we should go down the stairs a bit more so we're not in
that's
the cave.
Probably a good idea. But that's a kind of force that literally, that you do with one of them. Wasn't aware that people could redirect and sneeze it out, but
sorry,
learn something new every day.
He just kind of like shakes his head and just sneezes once again, and then just goes back to sleep again.
Does that sneeze break a floor tile by any chance?
No.
Okay. I don't even know if I want to attempt this again.
Right. That was an excellent example of what not to do, and that's probably my own fault because you didn't need that 15-minute lecture. So
I didn't hear what you said. The waterfall was too loud.
So now you're on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was going too deep into how a gun works. Look, the main thing is, have you used a bow or a crossbow?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Right, I'm just gonna first of all come down to my level a bit.
Yeah, she kneels, you know.
Yeah. Right. Hold with both hands. And is there like a tree that's not too far away?
You can see down below, yeah, there's a tree which you can try and aim for.
Couldn't I just shoot like straight out because we're like
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I more wanted you to have something to actually aim at and see where on it you hit. I want you to aim for around the middle of it.
Okay.
Both hands. I want you to look down the barrel. You can see a little thing in the middle there. Right.
Okay.
I want you to take a deep breath, hold it for 2, and then on 3, fire. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll count 1, 2, and you fire on 3. Got it? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
And I'll fire.
All right. Roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
13. Okay. You aim with Thorn in hand, pull the trigger. There's not really any kickback from these firearms. All of the compensation and the kind of technology put into it just allows for a killing machine without any sort of repercussions if you were to aim correctly, that is. And you do this time. You aim down, you fire. The condensed beam of light in a flash leaves the barrel, and you watch it just barely miss the edge of the tree and land into the ground, leaving a thud. There is a loud, thunderous boom from the weapon as you do fire it, which is quite alarming, but you've heard it before from Thorn when he's used the weapon before. So yeah, but you were close. Didn't quite hit the target, but it was a start.
Thorn's kind of like holding the gun, and she's sort of just like panting a bit, only because she's like, wow, this is powerful. Kind of in awe at this gun. But
yeah, it's got some like kick to it, which is fucking terrifying considering that you don't feel that. It's just boom and gone, isn't it? But
yeah.
that was a very much better second attempt, much closer than anything I did. I've got a friend of mine who made that, who can tell you some fucking stories about the shit I hit instead. He may have a bruise on his arse cheek that never really healed. But anyway, yeah.
This is definitely more your gun.
Yeah,
I get.
it is, but it's not something you pick up quickly. It's not, no offense to you for now. It's not a dagger pointy ending of a guy. Same with most ranged weapons. If there's a bit more to it, you got to predict and aim and fire. If you want to learn, I'm happy to teach you. But you seemed interested, in the past. So I figured you'd like a distraction today.
I would, yeah, but I just wanted to know how to use it in case things got bad and I needed to.
Yeah, I'm happy to teach you how to use that one.
I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch the rifle. I'm good.
Yeah, he's fucking terrifying. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge. Hopefully, never. But if you want to learn how to use that properly, happy to teach you. And if instead occasionally you'd like to demolish an apple with it, because that's fun, we can do that too. Just let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
It's no worries.
Yeah. And she'll hand him the gun back. Just like, you can keep that. Her hands are kind of shaky because not of just like an adrenaline high. It's more of just like, that was really powerful and that was in my hand and I controlled that.
Foday's going to show off and try and do a trick shot. Is there like any kind of fruit on a tree that you can try and just shoot off the branch?
From the same tree, you can see that there are some low-hanging, not fruit, but it seems to be like acorns and seeds that would just hang from it.
Or it's just like one of those dinosaur birds.
Could be. But if you want to make an attack roll, go for it.
Yeah, sure. So that would be +5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Dex plus your proficiency.
In that case, yeah, it's actually would be a 24 because I forgot my proficiency.
Damn.
Yeah.
You aim clear and the bullet flies down. You don't just hit the actual main larger target. Instead, you shoot the bit on top that's holding it down. An even harder shot to hit, and you just kind of not even really trying to make too much attention to it.
A little bit of a spin and not quite a no-look fire, but a glance fire.
Just like a prepare, one quick look, bang. And then, you just see the fruit of the tree just drop down into the ground.
Thorn just watches that and she's like, okay, I guess that's kind of cool.
Look, you guys do more of the typically thrilling physical shit. I can hold my own a little bit. But yeah, if you want to do that again, let me know. If you want to just fucking scream at a fucking cave, let me know, because sometimes that helps. Not the same cave, though. Different cave.
No, different cave with nobody in it.
Yeah. Just look.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's no problem. Well, look, no one will ever believe you, but I actually quite like a lot of you. And I've got a soft spot for you, and well,
She kind of smiles at that. I'm telling everyone.
Yeah, they won't believe you. No,
Damn it.
no, they won't.
Right.
They won't. I'm the psychic one. They ain't.
Mm.
And there's something else I want to tell you. So the other day, when we were all sleeping, I may have found something else I could do, and I didn't do it on purpose. But I could go into dreams.
You what?
I went to sleep, and then I was in your dream.
What did you see?
A blizzard.
Anything else? Be honest.
You in there, and I may have added something because it looked like a nightmare. I made Sienna show up.
She kind of looks angry as she's thinking it over, trying to remember that dream.
I didn't do it on purpose. Well, I didn't enter the dream on purpose. I made Sienna show up on purpose because I wanted to help. I don't know if you looked up, but I had quite far in the background. The rest of us, it's like silhouettes. Thought it was artistic. Maybe not the time to be bragging about artistic vision. I'm panicking.
I remember.
I'd never do that without your permission. I want you to know that. I want you to know I mean that. But with everything that's going on, you needed to know, but it might help because with all the shit back at that place we found, they seem to be interested
She's
in that.
gonna just straighten up. Don't look in my dreams tonight. And then she'll walk back into the cave.
Okay.
That went well. That went well, Fodane. Good job, Fodane. It's going well.
It could have gone worse, probably.
Right after you taught her how to use a gun, man. Not
He
a
didn't
good
teach me
timeline.
shit. He honestly didn't teach me anything. I didn't retain any information from that. Other than guns are dangerous.
It's a nice bonding moment, and that's a lesson you should have taken.
Well, you ruined it.
Sorry for being emotionally honest.
After that, I think Thorn is gonna eventually retire to her and Sienna's room, and she, just to put a point, unless somebody else wants to do something first, she's gonna wait until Sienna falls asleep, and then she's gonna try to talk to Jerry.
Okay. All right.
For a second, I heard Jerry and not Cherry, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Jerry now?"
Hey guys, I've been here since the beginning of the campaign. My name's Jerry.
wasn't the dog's name or something?
No, Jerry's a little mouse. Jerry's a little mouse. Very, very violent.
Hey, what you fucking doing? Just fucking.
Okay, stop.
All right. So, Fodane, what are you doing? Are you heading to bed or?
Yeah, he's gonna come back in mumbling. Yeah, fucking great job. Yeah, you had to ruin a good moment. You had to ruin a good moment. Just and goes straight to his room for anyone who's paying attention.
Okay. Then we will jump to Ven. So you have assembled this dream team. Haha. What are your plans? What is the intentions here?
Well, he mostly sits down with them, looks a little bit nervous, exchanging glances with Fennel. Something happened the other night. I didn't want to tell anyone because I didn't want to cause more trouble or panic in case it was nothing. Only Fennel knew. But I was just outside of the house, the cabin, and in a blink, I was somewhere else. Probably not on this plane. It was bright at first, these golden long pillars and statues of people, also golden ones. Do you remember what was like past the pillars? Was it like
It just
endless kind of?
kept going.
Mm.
It's kind of like a bit of a haze, a bit of a fog in the distance, so you couldn't see past too far. But it seemed to go on for a long stretch of space.
And there was the other way. There was like a building, right?
So, from what you remember, you are almost at the entranceway of the building itself. There was the hall that just continued indefinitely from what you could see. And then behind you was the entranceway gilded with all of these statues of purposefully built statues, commemorating or remembering or in honor of important figures of this establishment.
One of the statues was of Frederick, but not with the last name I know. Frederick Fontaine, I believe it said. I don't know if that rings any bells.
You see the two of them kind of look at each other. Unfortunately, not. I've not heard of a Frederick Fontaine before.
All right.
But this place that you describe, what other features do you remember? What was the feeling when you were there?
Well, at first a bit unnerving. For a second, it's almost like just a split second, I could hear people, like a cacophony of voices. And then afterwards, I was pulled in by vines and thorns until I couldn't see the place anymore. And I was brought somewhere else towards some kind of light. I don't really know what it was, but it felt like it was drawing me in. I wish I could say comforting, but more inviting.
The two of them begin to mull over the information. I'm going to roll for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll an advantage for Feline on the first one. Okay. And then I'm going to roll for Yarikish on the second one, but he doesn't have advantage.
Oh.
Shame. They kind of look at each other and there's a bit of confusion. Yarikish will speak up. So, were these different places? Or were they the same place? Just a different part of it, maybe?
I think it was a different part of it, deep underneath wherever I was first.
And did this feel like a real place?
Well, sometimes I do have pretty realistic dreams or visions sometimes. But this time when I came back, when I came to, I had the wounds that I had taken from the thorns and the vines.
Well, that's not good. But as well, nothing caused this? It wasn't your choice to go to these places?
Well, I was singing at the time, And Fennel said he saw it before when I was also singing.
Is it possible? And he looks towards Feline. You may correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I understand, magic flows in different mediums. I understand the gateway to dreams and how to navigate them. Some people can navigate the ways of the land to better suit their journey, speak with plants, and know when the next rainfall will happen. But voices, that's not something I'm too familiar with. But what I can gather is that there is a connection. That feeling you have and the origin of it all stems to these places. Do you know much of your origin?
No, I know nothing. I was adopted when I was very little.
Do you know nothing? Or is this subdued somehow, as though you don't want to remember?
Well,
Like
I
the
was a
memories are
baby,
there,
so
but hmm,
people usually remember stuff from when they were babies.
they can. Maybe not everything is black and white, but sure. How else would they be so comfortable with their family? Or how would they know to distinguish their mother from the stranger? The memories are always there, but it sometimes just takes a pulling of the veil to see those. And I can try and help you see that origin if you really want to. Not everyone wants that.
This is the only thing I had with me when they found me, and he takes off the little golden butterfly hair clip.
Hmm.
It's always been with me.
Feline will look at it. It's very pretty, very unique, but it's also quite specific.
How so?
Well, it has religious connotations.
It does?
Yes. Not a god of the pantheon, mind you, but something beyond.
Could you tell me more?
Of course. Well, this iconography, the butterfly with golden light, it represents Kamara, a goddess of balance and fate. Some people don't believe in fate, nor should they, because not everyone is tied to it. But there are things in this world that guide us on the path. Kamara is almost an embodiment of that. They are cause and effect. They are an excuse for people down in their luck, but also the reason why their lives are around in the first place. But to have iconography of a god who is not even praised is... It would need to be someone very devout, someone studious in religious texts, and perhaps was looking for this. I do not know any place in Cortheg that preaches or learns of Kamara's beliefs. The only other sort of entity which is similar to Kamara that is praised here is Chronorus, and they are the god of time and law. Where you have our pantheon, where all of the gods that we adore and pray to exist in harmony, there is a law that stands outside of that. The grand fabric of the universe, if you will. The wills of fate, as they are known. And there are 5 of them. Kamara is one, and Chronorus is another. Chronorus is a rare one, because his beliefs are taught actually here, in Tunthir. Not preached to, but there are devoted tribal members and parts of the Tricourt that believe in the teachings of Chronorus. Kamara's, I only know from texts and from hearsay. There's not much else I know about them, I'm afraid. But the iconography is clearly them.
It's more than I knew before, so thank you. Do you
At
think it
least-
has something to do with what's happening to me?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. The tether that we all have can be quite entangled. Perhaps it's crossing over with something else, or perhaps this isn't pertaining to them and something else completely different. I don't have the answers to that, unfortunately. But at least this helps paint a picture of your origin. For if this was given to you, it means that it has a great deal with whoever left you. Whether that was your parents or... I don't know.
I see.
At least something for you to look upon.
At least something.
I'm thinking back to that name Fontaine that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Frederick Fontaine, I don't remember. I've never heard of that name before. But Fontaine is unique enough that, well, I have heard of that before. But it's quite a complicated matter.
I do know that he has a brother, or something along those lines.
Well, I've heard of another name by Fontaine, and it's called Krieger Fontaine. They were a professor.
Of?
I don't know. I've not spoken to the person directly. There's a little bit of complication there. A while back, there was a... Well, I can only put this one way, really. An illithid, a mind flayer, a creature who consumes the mind of people that it catches. On rare occasions, these illithids, these mind flayers, can adopt the personality of the person that they consume.
I see.
Now, there was an illithid that goes by the name Dr. Ulbir, and they are currently in prison, incarcerated, in a place that is not easily accessible. But they have said that they once went by the name of Kriegerfontein, and they had a vast knowledge in a place, well, quite different. I was never involved with them directly. I only heard this conversation and information through close friends. But yes, Kriegerfontein lies, their consciousness within this Silithid. And well, trying to get to them is going to be very difficult.
There is something that I've been told about Frederick and the people he used to work for.
Okay.
It was something along the lines of people like him, the group he's from, they would try to alter reality for their own gain. A group of mages. He himself has abilities that convince people, alter their memories perhaps, or opinions, their minds.
Well, this is perhaps the worst option. The association, this group of mages that you speak of, they are those that hide, not in the shadows, but what lies beneath and between them, in a realm unreachable, in a place called the Soothsaying Nimbus. They are an organization that are, well, quite ruthless and particular with their information and what they share.
I see. There was something else, I believe, on the statue. He had the title of a vanquisher.
I've only ever heard of vanquishers, and they are not good news. Vanquishers have the ability to take away memories from people and leave them as a husk of their former self. They are not people to deal with. They take away free will. It is a dangerous place to be. And if you come across a vanquisher, then you are in more trouble than you think. They are subtle, and they have a strength that is unknown from the teachings that are also unknown. They are an enigma and do not have a presence here in this world that tethers them to our understandings of reality.
Well,
if you think that this Frederick is a vanquisher, then we need to deal with that.
from what I've heard, he did something and was punished for it by that same group. I think his mind has been split into different people.
That could be a possibility.
I've seen them. Different parts of him.
Typically, the soothsaying Nimbus don't leave loose ties. None of their members, the reason that they are so secretive and don't have any knowledge of them is because all of their members who try to escape, they are dealt with in that fashion. Even their souls have no memory. You cannot ask the dead because the dead do not remember. They take away every aspect of her personality and hide it away, bottle it away, destroy it, whatever they end up doing with it. If Frederick is split, as you say, then with his memories still, he can still operate and talk and, well, then he must still be working with them then. Because they would
Right.
not endanger their cause for 1 or 10, however many there are, walking around and knowing everything he does.
Well, the others don't, from what I gathered. From my visions, they only seem to have flashes of memories. But know what happened before. They go by different names. But they all have flashes of what Frederick did.
So the memories are split, but their consciousness lie in different bodies. Their memories do not exist, but they do.
And I have that crazy man wanting to marry me, so imagine how much of trouble I am.
Is it possible? Because if there is a brain that connects all of them, they all see the same things and they have no knowledge of what happened before. Is it possible that even the Frederick that you speak of is just another shattered piece? That
But
none
very
of them are the
much.
true version?
He seems to be the most powerful out of all of them.
Perhaps this split has split certain elements of the person that they originated from. Maybe they show different emotional states. Maybe even live different lives from the original.
1 second, please.
This is crazy.
Cray cray.
This is crazy shit. What's going on? What's up? What's up with this?
As soon
So
as
weird.
you send that message, Cassie, I was like, yeah, she picked it up.
Thank you. Wait, what message? I'm confused.
The
Yeah, the
lol.
Anyways, excuses. Excuse me. People are in
worries.
the house. Family,
Okay.
not random people. Don't worry. But yeah, continue.
So, is it possible that each one of these pieces that you speak of are just different elements of this original person?
They very much could be. But why would they
But in the
all have just dreams of what he did to me? And why would
possible
he
that
keep
the
the
mind
name?
is still connected. You see Yarakish speak up. Well, even creating a copy, a clone of yourself is always going to have some bridging of minds, like a twin, that innate understanding of what the other is feeling, no matter how far away you are. Maybe they are all tethered together, as you're saying. And, well, maybe bringing them all together will help piece together this puzzle. If you have all the memories in one place, maybe you can rebuild this psyche and then see beyond. See everything for what it truly is. The origin of your despair.
I would prefer to not have him back at his full power.
Well, there are ways to do this, of course, that will leave you in a better position. That's right. Well, what we can do is these individuals have not, well, they may have, but they haven't done the deed. But we can try and convince them and bring them all together. That's a possibility. If they are people, and they are having these dreams, then perhaps there is a way to convince them to fix their issue, to try and stop them from having these sleepless nights. It might be closure for them as it is for you.
They were all a vanquisher at one point.
I can't argue with that.
He did what you said vanquishers do. Is it really a good idea to bring them all together? Do you really think he would see reason?
I have the hope that everyone can change.
I don't need him to change. I need him gone. He is a monster. Even if it's just one piece of him. How bad did you have to be that 1/5 of you is that bad?
You aren't wrong.
You don't know what he's like, what
I
he's
don't need
willing
to
to
know
do.
what he was like. I can see your expressions. I can see he hurt you. And that is enough to convince me. You don't need to preach to me. This is in your hands. This is in your journey. If this is the path you wish to take, then take it.
Just want my life back.
I know. I know.
I can't do that while he's still around.
Just make sure that you don't sell your soul when you're trying to get the life that you had. You don't want to do something that's going to make everything that was so sweet ever so bitter. You have an idea of where to go next. And if you wish to speak to Dr. Allbeer, I can talk to Ortavo Skies to allow you access to the city of Zafdal, if you wish.
That would be safe.
While he is in restraints, Ortavo Sky is his direct contact to the city of Zeftal. They are powerful, strong storm and cloud giants. Their Storm Azure prison is formidable and has housed many dangers in the past. It'll be as safe as any other place, if not more so.
I meant, would it be safe to speak to him? Considering the whole mind-eating thing.
He will be restrained. His powers nullified. And from what I remember, he's not a barbaric animal, as many lithids were. He is clever, conniving, and smart. Speak to him and, well, you can make up your own mind.
I would like to
But-
speak to him then.
Okay, then
Um,
I can arrange a meeting with Ortavo Skies if you wish. I can try to convince them. I can't tell you if it will go through, but he is a council member in Transvalan. Well, he's been very forthright and honest with me during his part as High Priest. So, I can only try.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry if I seemed a bit angry there. It was not directed at you.
I know. You don't have to say sorry to me. You can lay your burdens. We are here to listen, and we are here to help you.
What would happen if one of the parts of him died?
Can you roll a performance check?
Okay. Anyways.
You son of a gun. I'm going to roll an insight check.
Oh
Thorn.
lord.
Okay. I need to check an insight again, because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Please don't be a +10.
It could well be, since she is a priest.
Shit.
Um, insight plus 11,
Oh fuck.
because her wisdom is 6, plus her proficiency bonus.
God damn. Oh, she's a freaking ancient high priest. No offense, Feline.
Her response doesn't change, her demeanor doesn't change. You look around, and as you kind of play coy, you have a moment where she can see through the mask that you're putting on, but she doesn't pay note to it. She doesn't address it. And she just looks towards Yarakish. Well, if the minds are all tethered together in some weird soup, taking a drink out of it still leaves a soup there. But if they're the bowl, then nothing changes. I don't know. I'm not sure. These mind people, they're too much for me.
Aren't dreams in our minds?
Now you're getting existential on me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to.
If they are all tethered together, and you all share memories and dreams, then perhaps they, even if one were to perish, then perhaps that would carry over still. Perhaps there is another force holding them together, anchoring them. Perhaps an origin point, like the original Frederick.
So their bodies are gone, but their mind is still floating somewhere?
Either that, or it returns right to where it should be. Perhaps it still needs a vessel. And if there's a broken mind out there, then the vessel may capture it. These are all ifs. Both myself and Yarakish were no experts in how the mind works. We can only tell you what our experience is with our specialities. I know people who can try and help you, but it depends how many you wish to involve. It can get complicated, and, well, if you are trying to repay them at some point, you'll be owing a lot of favors.
Not many people for now. I don't want to involve more people than necessary into this whole mess.
And that's understandable. Okay, well, let me confer with Korthak. I'll reach out to Ortabo, see what he has to say with access to the city of Zefdal. And if you need more information, we can try and help you find it. But as well, this is your own journey. And perhaps more cooks may make the meal slightly distasteful, especially if you're going down certain avenues. And you see she kind of hints towards the thing you try to hide.
Not. Can I speak to you in private as well, Feline?
Okay. To Yarakish. Oh, no problem. Will I be coming back to do the dreams into your origins, or is this for something later? It seems like you've had a long day.
Perhaps tomorrow.
Okay, we can do tomorrow. Okay, for now. Let's go. Grabs the wheelchair out of the door, closes the door behind. Yes, you wanted to talk?
Yes. You're probably the first one who I felt like noticed.
I'm not going to agree or disagree with the methods that you wish to take, then. You can take justice into your own hands. You have cause for it. It's not morally correct. Because I see what you've explained to me, that these fractions of a man are new people, had new lives, new stories to tell, ones that weren't burdened by what the original had done. But this is not a place for me to stand. If a life needs to be taken, a life needs to be taken. It is up to you if it is of good intent or not. Take a life is hard enough. We all fight. Everyone is fighting. Everyone is prepared to go beyond that. But it's whether you're going to lose any part of yourself by doing so. Revenge can be quite a sickness. It can eat you up inside. It can tear you from the inside out. And I have met many, many people that have fallen to this mindset. Some who have stood on the other side for better, but many for worse. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to open it so that you know what you're fighting for.
What if I feel like I had no other choice?
What we have here is no confession. You do not need to pour your heart out to me. If you deemed it so, that no other option was available, and you think, or you know, that you took the right course of action, then I see no issue with that. But as long as you do it with your heart in the right place.
Be honest. I don't really know where my heart is.
Well, that's heartbreaking to hear.
For a long time. After I was exiled, I thought I had to be what they told me I was. And some people.
What do you want to be? Not listening to what everyone else has to say. What do you want to be?
With my family.
And what are you willing to get that?
Anything for them.
At what cost?
I'm not sure. Not any of my friends. But he's altered their minds, and I can't let that go. And if
of
anything,
yourself?
at least. What?
And of yourself? You mention your friends, but not yourself.
If I can at least get him to undo what he did to them, that's enough for me.
You're quite in a tricky situation. You're bordering a line which could easily cross. I think first and foremost, you should find where your heart is. It saddens me to hear that you don't know where it is. I think you need to find it. Find it before you do anything else. That will help uncloud your judgment. Following your heart can lead to better things than following your brain and your mind. That's where your compassion is. That's where all of your emotions are. Without them, you're just a vessel for only one thing. And that can be one thing, good or bad.
How do I start?
Only you know that. No one can tell you how to feel, where to find that wellspring of a heart. That's on you. We all have to find a place where that heart lies.
Well, I do know one thing. I love my little brother more than anything.
And I'm sure that he loves you too. And I'm sure he loves you, who you are, or for who you were, not for what you'll become. Be careful the path you go on, okay?
Sorry for laying this out on you.
That's why I'm here. I'm a priest, I listen. And I try to help. I don't always help, but I try.
Would it be okay to just have some tea together?
Of course. I'm feeling quite parched. I'll come back with the drinks. You just rest here.
Thank you.
She leaves. And as you're sat there by yourself, you feel your left hand squeeze. And you see Melody just holding it. You look down. It fades away, and then you feel squeeze in your right hand. And Discord's holding it. They're both there for you. Even when you're trying to rack your mind around all of these things that you've learnt, they're never leaving your side. Nor do they encourage any side in you. Your decisions are yours, and they are there to help you. Eventually, Feline returns with drinks. You enjoy some quiet, some light conversation, and eventually, she heads off to her chambers. You rest for the evening, and all of you have a well-needed long rest after a very, very long day.
How many sessions
My
has it
spell
been?
slots! My spell slots!
I did want to do something before I went to sleep.
Yes.
Go,
That
rest.
can wait until next session if we're ending it here.
Yes,
Or-
we'll do it next session, but you want to talk to Sherry, yeah?
Yes.
All right, we'll do that then next time. Just remind me, please.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Well, there we go. That was today's session. I was going to say short and
Lovely.
sweet, but it wasn't really short and sweet.
It wasn't short at all.
No.
No, I'm short. Third ain't short.
Lots of emotions.
It's not sweet.
Jesus.
Therapy session.
Uh,
No.
Therapy sesh.
two
I just-
kinds.
I lay down, got money, and shot a gun. That's great therapy. Can I do that more often?
That is Thodane's therapy.
Money, violence.
Money.
Yes.
Mr.
Money,
Krabs.
money.
Lord.
Money. I like money.
But there we go. That's today's session. Nothing else to mention from us, so we can.
Wait.
Oh yes. Sorry. Take it away, Jack.
Yes, so on Thursday, in celebration of something we do in the UK here called World Book Day, it's all about making sure kids in schools get access to books, and sometimes they get free ones. We're doing a special one-shot where everybody will be taking a public domain character, and I'll be trying to kill him because I'm running it for a change. But yeah,
So there we
tune in
go.
for that. It'll be in the evening we've decided on. So watch this space. And also, as always, please take a look at our socials. We've got a bunch of them. We've got a link tree that Leonie set up. So thank you, Leonie, even though she's not here.
Yep.
And yeah, please tune in next week. And Tuesday campaign.
Yeah, yep.
So we
All
have
of it
Tuesday
sorted.
campaign, we have Thursday, we have fucking Sunday. We have 3 games this coming week. Jesus Christ. When will I
Yep.
sleep? Never. But there we
You
are.
guys get to sleep.
Sleep. There's no such thing as sleep. Thanks for joining, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like Jack said, follow us and stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Them plants, huh?
For
It's
God's
turn
sake,
off
Max, turn off